This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Annie Fry Show. Boy, we're doing things a little bit different here today, so we hope you'll stick with it. And essentially, you can't, well, I guess you can watch me learn how to run a radio board, but you can listen to it. And any mistakes that happen today are squarely Ryan Wiggins' fault.
No, they're not, but I will point them out much, much more than usual.
Like a play-by-play of sorts.
Typically, I like to help out. If there's an error, I like to try to glaze over it. Today is not that day.
You like to help out?
Yeah. If Brad messes up, I'm like, don't worry about it. And then I just keep talking or
But
whatever.
if Annie messes up?
If Annie messes up, we're stopping.
That's probably actually what's going to happen. It's going to stop, and it's going to be because I don't know what to do next. So Ethan is training me on how to run the board, just an extra tool in my tool belt, if you will. Brad's off today, so we're using this as an opportunity to expand my horizons, and I am begging you to suffer with us. There is so much news that has happened in the last 24 hours. One of the things, 18 indictments, 18 counts charged against John Bolton. Let's listen to John Solomon's report here on what exactly has taken place so far.
3 separate indictments have been unleashed in the last hour. Let me walk you through them. The first is a former national security advisor, John Bolton. 18 felonies accusing President Trump's former national security advisor, the man who turned against the president, of mishandling classified information. Thousands of pages, the government alleges, were sent by John Bolton to 2 relatives who lived in his home, giving secret information from his daily doings at the White House. Some of that information was classified. Other documents taken home or to his office were marked classified. Highly sensitive, top secret, at the compartmentalized level is what the indictment says. This is a very serious national security indictment. In fact, one of the most sweeping I've seen in a long time as a reporter. Now,
so there you have John Solomon, justthenews.com, talking about what we have to deal with now with John Bolton. I get the feeling that these are going to start trickling in. I don't think that John Bolton is the last of them. I think some of the ones that they're going to release at the beginning, Ryan, I really feel like the James Comey one lying under oath and these indictments, these are probably the ones that they feel are so rock solid and airtight that they're starting with these. The Fox News report today says U.S. Magistrate Judge Timothy Sullivan explained the charges to Bolton today and asked if he understood them and the potential penalties of up to 10 years per count. That's a lot of years for a man already advanced in age, and a maximum fine of $250,000 per count. Bolton said during his arraignment, "I do, Your Honor." He was indicted on 8 counts of transmission of national defense information and 10 counts of retention of national defense information. How many people who have lived in the swamp just do these things and they behave this way because that's what people do? I think we're probably going to find out, and we might not ever have found out how deep the rotten weeds go in the swamp if they wouldn't have been so aggressive at trying to pin the silliest nonsense things against Donald Trump. Ryan, have you heard the clip recently here of Donald Trump talking about the way they went into Mar-a-Lago, the way they went into his home?
I don't know if I've heard it recently.
It's a really interesting. It's an interesting clip because I think he's in the Oval Office and he's asking people are asking him questions from the press, and he's talking about, I think there was probably a question about lawfare or something like that. And the question that he's asked is about, like, are you getting back at your enemies or whatever? And he's like, they went into my home. They said they went into Barron's drawers in his room.
Wow.
He said they went into the First Lady's room and closet and they went through her things, and that's where he says, the First Lady is very meticulous. She has her things where she wants them. And the way they handled that when they raided his house. And I remember that specifically, that word, because I was like, it's weird to think of Mar-a-Lago as a house.
Yeah, it's a complex, but he has to live in a house.
Yeah. An $18 million house.
Still a house.
And it's worth a lot.
And it has toilets.
Yes, thank you,
Golden.
J.B. Pritzker. So the announcement about the indictment of John Bolton, how quickly do you think we see more?
Well, I think there's a PR element to this that's not being discussed much. not so much with Comey. Now, with Comey, I don't think there was a PR. That was just a statute of limitations about to run out. They had to do it because it was like 5 years old. But with Bolton, I do believe that you're right, that these things are going to start trickling in. And one of the reasons they started with Bolton is, A, it's a pretty clear case, and B, this is a Trump guy. So that people can't say, oh, you're just going after the Biden, Obama people. This was a Trump guy. Now, he's turned on them, but he also has done things that are clearly prosecutable. And John Solomon said, wow, this is pretty sweeping. So clear case, go after him first. Make sure everybody knows that it's not just about who hired who here. John Bolton was a Trump guy. They've got him now.
So President Trump reacted to the news about John Bolton. Let's listen to what he said.
Was just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You told me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes.
So my favorite John Bolton, Donald Trump story, I've said this before, and I believe it was the Mike Pompeo book that I read that talked about this, but John Bolton he was a part of the first term for President Trump. Like, he was a man in the room when some of the hugest conversations were taking place. And I think it was a Russia conversation. It might have been North Korea, because Mike Pompeo had quite a few stories from being Secretary of State under Donald Trump's first term. But the way Mike Pompeo explained John Bolton was that he would be in the room and he wouldn't really have a big speaking role. What was he, like, National Security Advisor or something like that at the time?
That's what I would have said. I have to look it up to be sure.
He's part of the central conversation when it comes to these foreign policy concerns. Would have a lot of knowledge about national security. Obviously, that's what he has been, where he had been gleaning some of this highly, highly classified information and apparently handing it out to people who he felt were worthy of knowing. But there was an understanding among world leaders that John Bolton, he was high-strung. He's like, I don't know, we should bomb him. That was kind of the way he would walk into any sort of conflict, that he was very hawkish, very war-prone. And Trump knew that, and his staff knew that, so they'd put him in the room and keep him quiet just so that people knew that the little bit of crazy that exists in the administration, it's over there and it has a mustache. I think that's hilarious.
I do too.
And, I wouldn't be surprised if John Bolton knew that. Like, your role is to sit here and look nuts so that they don't know what we're going to do, so that they don't know what we could do, but they know that there is at least one person who has the president's ear who is very willing to do the extreme things that have to be done. So he's kind of used as a pawn in that way. I don't know if if he understood it himself, but to me, that's kind of the extent of what John Bolton has been to the Trump administration. But he turned hard against Donald Trump, and quickly. I mean, there's no love lost between these two.
So much so that you had to wonder, is there more to this story? And it's been long enough now that I don't think there is anything more to the story. He did just seem like a very, very extreme person. That if he decided that and this is funny because Trump is in this way a lot, but he also kind of, he pulls himself back at the last second. It doesn't seem like John Bolton does. But if John Bolton decides that you're the enemy, you are the enemy.
Yeah.
You are to be taken out. And I guess he decided that Donald Trump was his enemy at some point, because he went on every news program saying everything negative he could.
And I think
we'll get to that here in just a second. John Bolton commented on some indictments against Donald Trump, and hold on that just a second. I just want to know, like, if you were to look at our show and put the four of us in a room and negotiations were taking place, who's the John Bolton of the Annie Fry Show? Who's quiet and crazy?
Brad.
Really? You don't know what Brad's going to do?
Who has the mustache, though, to match it?
Ooh.
Brad
and Ryan. That makes two.
Oh, no, yours is closer in color to it.
I just shaved mine. Just kidding. I've never shaved my face.
Wow. That was a quick cover-up.
I know.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I didn't really do that.
I'm looking right here, and I have no mustache.
No, Brad's the John Bolton, because Brad's a little quieter and then could suddenly just surprise you with something, because that's what John Bolton does.
You're picking on Brad because he's not here.
Yeah, I am. But he also probably has more ammo than I do.
Brad?
Like in life.
I guarantee you. I think I don't know if Brad has the most ammo of anybody on the show, though.
Ooh, good question.
He definitely has more mustache than I do, though. So John Bolton, this is back when Donald Trump had been indicted. And he was the former national security advisor for President Trump. This is a comment on CNN that now 18 times indicted John Bolton then made about Donald Trump's indictment. Let's listen.
Have to prove it, then he has committed very serious crimes. This is a devastating indictment, and I speak here as an alumnus of the Justice Department myself, because not only is it powerful, it's very narrowly tailored. They didn't throw everything up against the wall to see what would stick. This really is a rifle shot, and I think it should be the end of Donald Trump's political career.
Ruh-roh, George. Newsflash, it was not the end of Donald Trump's political career.
John Bolton's voice does not match his face.
Yeah, well, how is his voice supposed to sound?
I don't know.
It's kind of weaselly.
He's supposed to sound bigger and more intimidating and angrier, and he doesn't. He just sounds like a guy. But when you hear what he says and you read what he says, it's pretty extreme.
Well, we got a lot of news to cover here, and I am learning the board for the first time. So while I'm talking to you, I'm watching. There's so many buttons over here, Ethan. What do they all do?
Oh, gosh. That's a long conversation.
So you push that button, and your microphone turned on, and then you click something, and then the music started playing,
and all of
you're
a sudden Bryan Adams is playing.
Slowly fading it up. Is the website now? I got a text today from Matt Hayes, and these are wild text messages that I have here on a group chat with Mark Cox, and it was a picture of some foundation that didn't get cared for in time. And Matt said, this is what happens when a customer waits too long to get the void filled under the porch. And Ethan, can you see a little bit of what's happening there? That porch just caved into the house.
It's not good.
No, it's not good. And guess what? It was twice as expensive. It went from about $3,800 to fix that void under the porch. That space that happens under the concrete, the ground moves, everything kind of adjusts over time. Concrete settles, and it caved in, and a $3,800 project went to an $8,000 project. But the good news is that Matt at Home Shield Foundation Repair can still solve this problem for you. So I encourage you greatly to reach out to Home Shield Foundation Repair in Illinois and Missouri alike and talk to Matt about what you're dealing with. He'll come out and actually look at your situation. He'll give you a quote, and then you can choose to hire him. He's a great guy, great business, decades in the foundation repair business, basement waterproofing, concrete lifting. If you're looking for polyjacking to smooth out things, you're going to be in very good hands when you hire Matt Hayes of Home Shield Foundation Repair. You can find him online at homeshieldfoundationrepairs.com.
Sometimes it seems all lawmakers do is tax and spend. That's why Missouri voters passed the Hancock Amendment in 1980 to place a limit on what the government can do with your money. But the Hancock Amendment is outdated. It hasn't provided a taxpayer refund since 1999 and probably won't without reform. That's why Missouri needs a taxpayer Bill of Rights. Colorado has one, and taxpayers there have received more than $8 billion in refunds. It's simple. There should be limits on government spending and refunds when there's a surplus in the state budget. A Taxpayer Bill of Rights constitutional amendment would help limit the growth of government. Missouri's budget has nearly doubled in the past 5 years, yet the state lags far behind states like Colorado in economic growth. The Hancock Amendment was supposed to protect taxpayers. Now it's time for an update and a Taxpayer Bill of Rights. After all, it's your money. Learn more at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
What's your favorite four-letter word? Chances are you've said it more than a few times dealing with this crazy world we live in. But at Compass Retirement Solutions, our four-letter word of choice is hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. And hope that your retirement plans don't take a back seat. You've watched inflation soar, and maybe your retirement future feels a little uncertain right now. But all hope is not lost. Find out exactly how much risk you're still taking with your investments. Find out how you may be able to save big on taxes. And find out how having a written retirement plan just might give you the hope you've been looking for. Call today to set up a meeting. 314-373-1598. That's 314-373-1598. Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services but does not provide tax advice. Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory firm in Missouri and Illinois. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Range. It's the Annie Fry Show.
Push the right button. I'm back on the air. This is very exciting. Annie's learning how to run the board today for the first time ever in my I've been at 97.1 for 16 years. Ryan, you've been here how long?
7.
And Ethan, how long have you been a part of 97.1 specifically?
97.1 specifically, just a little bit over a year.
That's exciting.
Like a year and 2 weeks. Or
A year?
like that.
Oh, really?
Specifically where I was working with you guys full time, yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
It is the 97.1 25th anniversary. Yesterday, the official date where we mark, right? That was yesterday. Isn't that correct? 25 years of 97.1 on the airwaves here as KFTK in St. Louis. I've been here since 2009, so I've been here for the better half of that, but the station has gone through so many different iterations over the time that I've been here, and even before that. Dave Glover over on KMOX now celebrating his 25th anniversary of his show, which in radio you got to factor in like what an exponent of 10 in order to figure out how long that's just compared to other careers.
Yeah, it's dog years.
It's crazy. But 25 years for 97.1. I do think it's interesting in a climate where conservatives definitely feel isolated or ostracized that a little station like 97.1 can have had this much success. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about these things, but we don't have like the strongest signal in St. Louis. We understand that, we know that, but somehow or another 97.1 has persevered. It's been such a blessing to work with so many of the people on this station over the course of my entire time here. I'm blessed with the people who I get to work with currently, and we're having a birthday party coming up, and there are still spots available for you if you want to come. The VIP is sold out. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about that party?
Yeah, you can come for free. You can go to 971talk.com/events, although it's on our homepage too if you want to just go to 971talk.com. That's really all we're asking, because it's free. You just have to let us know that you're coming, because we're expecting it to be a nice big party, and that's at Lit Cigar Lounge this coming Thursday now, because we're past last Thursday, so it's this Thursday, the 23rd. You are invited. Check it all out, 971talk.com.
All right, let's listen here to this clip here from Don Lemon. Don Lemon is kind of, in my mind, in the level of The View or the AOC, even Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi's clips, they're too easy. It's too easy to play that and try to enrage you, and I don't want to enrage you on a Friday, but for some reason, Don Lemon Maybe it's a woman thing. I just listed a bunch of women and was like, I can listen to Don Lemon be obnoxious.
Maybe.
I don't mean to be sexist about it, but I think I can just listen to Don Lemon and laugh at him. The women that I listed, I don't find amusement out of it. I become angry. So I don't know if it's different.
Yeah, there's something about Don Lemon post CNN especially that you're like, oh, sorry. Sorry, you're still trying. Okay.
Well, yesterday we were talking about how people are legitimately worried that there's not going to be a 2028 election.
Crazy.
That's nuts, right?
That's crazy.
I ask, where does this come from? Now, every once in a while, we'll throw the MSNBC screen up there and we will look and see what MSNBC is talking about. And then you go, oh, that's why people feel what they feel. That's why they're out there saying like this. We've had the last election we're ever going to have. That's why we're going to have a No Kings rally taking place this weekend.
Yeah, to make sure we have an election.
To make sure we have an election. To make sure that democracy persists, even though it's a republic.
And the people who are going to cancel elections, they look at those protests and they go, well, darn it, maybe we will have an election.
Well, let's listen to Don Lemon as he's giving us another thing that we should be worried about, just, while you're living life.
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and
what?
That he doesn't have an answer. He doesn't have the answers here.
It's a dramatic pause.
Why don't let's play the cut here.
Get a gun legally. Get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for? Go back and read what the Second Amendment says. And perhaps it will knock some sense in the heads of these people who are saying, well, it's all great. I don't believe they're doing it without due process. They're asking people for papers. They're not really beating people up. These people are doing things that are...
So Don Lemon his call is out to people of color. Don Lemon is calling out to minorities saying, get a gun for when ICE comes to take you. I know people in real life who have told me that they are concerned that they're going to get taken from the streets. They're not even people of color. Is it strange to... I love these people. That when I was having this conversation, I genuinely hurt that they are living in that kind of real fear, that actually exists in their ethos, that their understanding of the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west, and when the sun goes down, I might get snatched off the street if I'm in the presence of some sort of law enforcement authorities. And I'm trying to sit there and listen to that and not look at them like, what are you talking about? Because I honestly, in that conversation, I honestly replied like, I am so sorry that you have this kind of fear right now. Like, I wish I could do something to take that away from you. But I can't. I can't convince them. But then you hear Don Lemon on this podcast, or what looks like a podcast, and he's telling minorities, and he talks about in that clip, didn't he just say something like taking citizens, like he refers to people who would be here legally. Are there a lot of black people who are out there worried about getting snatched off the street from ICE?
Well, that's the point of the comment. So he's trying to create fear, first of all, and then transfer that fear from I know that you can see that illegal aliens are being deported. My goal here, as Don Lemon, is to transfer that imagery that you're seeing, the deportations, the ICE trucks, transfer that to American citizens, because illegal aliens can't vote, or at least they shouldn't be able to vote, but you can. And so I'm going to try to make you afraid that they're actually coming for American citizens. Now, who are they coming for? Well, let me also assign that to race. Let's make this about racism, that they're coming for different races of American citizens. That's how he's transferred that fear. and it's working.
It's so destructive.
It's terrible.
And it's the other interesting part, though, wouldn't you say, Ryan, more than any time that I think you and I have both been on the radio, that it's not really working. It does inflame the few who are prone to, like, they wake up anxious.
And that's what I'm saying when I say it's working, is that if you're already there, it's grabbing your existing ideology and assigning something to it.
Yeah, like you need, yes. It's an ends justifies the means way of reaching out to people who need their cup filled that day for the reason to be angry or anxious or righteously justified in their anger, essentially. And that is dangerous. I do think the group of people who are asking for their cup to be filled in that way every day, though, is fewer.
I do too.
I think there are a lot more people. I don't know. There's a big difference between not opening yourself up to be stoked by that type of rhetoric. There's a big difference between that and becoming kind of like, you know what? I'm like, I have physical tiredness from having to be angry and anxious all of the time. You kind of become apathetic towards that. In no way, shape, or form does that mean that you're like, got to get a MAGA hat. That's not happening necessarily either. This is where the new Republican Party, the post-Donald Trump Republican Party, has to have a very good answer and very quickly. What do we do with those people? Do we club them over the head with, like, are you Trump or not? Or do you meet those people in the moment with solutions to problems that are traditionally answered by those far, far leftists with massive expansion of government? You show up and you say, what if we didn't? What if we did this? You know, I don't know if you saw this. There was a suggestion that a very wealthy donor had stepped up to pay the military. I think it's $11 billion a month. I saw a report today that says, or I think it was on Twitter, and it said, you know who the billionaire is. And it was a picture of Elon Musk. And that was a new detail. I don't know that that's confirmed. But here are Republicans trying to solve how to pay for women, infants, and children. That's known as WIC. That's how the women who are supposed to be under the care of the Democrat Party, and Republicans are supposed to hate women if you just believe the surface level nonsense that gets put out there. Donald Trump's like, we got tariff money coming in. Let's take care of the women and children and the infants. Elon Musk is like, military's not getting paid. I'll step up and I'll take care of this. Look at, that's public sector and private sector coming together to take care of what the Democrats have refused to take care of in the midst of a government shutdown that they desperately need politically. And the reason why they need it is because it's all they really have. They've struck out on every other front. We're going to listen to a little bit more on this No Kings Day that's taking place next, tomorrow, right? I think it's the 18th is what I heard.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back. We want to know from you, do you like scary things, yes or no? There's a story that I just saw pop up on foxnews.com, and I these are things that I hesitate to say on the air because I don't want people to replicate it, but there are people showing up on people's Ring doorbells in like really super scary masks. I'm just saying, I think Missouri has the castle doctrine, right? Castle law?
Yeah.
Like, that is peak play stupid games, win stupid prizes things. I highly recommend not doing this, but the stuff scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, or at least tell a joke. Like, wear your scary stuff, but tell a joke.
That's
so
even scarier,
knows.
Ryan.
Like, wear a scary clown mask, tell jokes.
No.
On people's porches.
No, I'm going to give out Ryan's address when we come back. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Never wanna let you go. No, you make me feel alright. Yeah. All whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause it's true. That's what I like about you. 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 That's what I like about you.
The Lutheran Elementary School Association helps provide funds for local students in Missouri, local students in Illinois who want to attend Lutheran schools. And I know that there are a lot of you folks out there right now listening who have been connected to, maybe are a product of, a Lutheran school. The Lutheran Elementary School Association actually has a scholarship in the Annie Fry Show name because we raised, last I heard, it was over $27,000 in an endowment that is providing scholarships to local kids. And did you know that if you're one of those people right now, oftentimes I try to encourage you to consider a Lutheran school for your child or for your grandchild. But I want to talk to you folks who know the value of this as much as I do. So maybe a smaller audience out there of people who've been exposed to Lutheran schools and know how it's a ministry, even more than it is simply an education, that you can be a part of making that possible for another kid. If you reach out to lisastl.org, that's LESASTL.org, you can go there and you can make a donation. You can also add to the Annie Fry Show scholarship. Find out all the details you need to make a Lutheran education possible for a local St. Louis or Metro East kid today. Go to lisastl.org.
License number E2014A.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Dad, that's what Grandpa Rip always said.
That's right. 50 years ago, Grandpa started Grasser, and whenever a customer called, he'd smile and say, "Hey, it's good to see you."
Hey, it's good to see you.
It was his way of treating people like neighbors, not numbers. That's why we still say it today.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
Hey, it's good to see you.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Is your car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. New brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs? Ox gets it fixed? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-234-0633. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-234-0633. 800-234-0633. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/free. QUO.com/free.
The YouTube live chat poll today is, do you like scary things? Yes or no? I'm going to pull up a couple of comments here. The first one is from Ron. He says, I like scary things. Adrenaline bursts do a body good. I wish it was just the first part.
I thought that was like, why did you
I read it that
comment?
way on purpose. Erica says, sometimes I like scary TV shows or movies, but generally I don't like scary stuff. I'm looking forward to the final season of Stranger Things. As am I, Erica. As am I. 1237. Oh, by the way, that's the YouTube live chat poll. You can vote on it and be a part of the show by voting on it, leaving a comment. 1237. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
JerryKelly.com. From Cottleville to Maryville, 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Business is happening. President Trump is hosting President Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, at the White House right now, and there is a press room full of people. Let's listen in here and see what's taking place at the White House.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be with a very strong leader, a man who has been through a lot, and a man who I've gotten to know very well, and we've gotten along really very well. And we had a big call yesterday, as you know, with President Putin, and we'll be talking about it. President Zelensky of Ukraine has endured a lot. I mean, he really has. He's endured a lot, and we've endured it with him. To be honest, it's been a long time, and I think we're making great progress. So we're going to be talking about that today. We'll be talking about what took place yesterday with my phone call with President Putin. And I think that things are coming along pretty well. It began with Alaska, where I think certain guidelines were discussed, and we want to see if we can get this done. This was long ago into the Biden administration. I came here and we inherited this, and we'd like to see if we could finish it, end it. We want it ended. So many people have died in this war, and we're going to get it ended. So I just want to thank you all very much. If you have a couple of questions, go ahead, please. In fact, before I do that, let me just ask the President to say a few words. Thank you, President.
Pleasure. Glad to meet you again, Mr. President. Thank you very much for the invitation. Again, my congratulations with your successful ceasefire in the Middle East.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you did it, and I think this is the momentum to finish Russia's war against Ukraine. I think that, yes, we understand that Putin is not ready. I think not ready, but I think that I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war. And we really need it. We see that they don't have successful steps on the battlefield, and it's good. I think that their army is weak now, but a lot of losses. They have a lot of losses and in economy and people, and I think this is a very important moment. And I wanted to thank you, Mr. President, after our phone calls. Yesterday I had a good opportunity to meet with the big American energy companies, and they're ready to help us. Yes, after all these attacks on our infrastructure, Russian attacks, and etc. And I had also meetings, thanks to your team. We had meetings with a good military companies. We spoke about air defense, and I want to share it after with details where we are. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Mr.
very
President.
much. Very good. And I think it looks beautiful in his jacket.
Yeah?
It's beautiful. I hope people notice. It's a good. It's actually very stylish. I like it.
President Trump.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Under the Biden administration, the White House was fearing of a possible escalation. They were not allowing the Ukrainians to strike into Russia, fearing of this escalation.
Yeah.
Would your administration allow Ukrainians to strike deep into Russia?
We're going to be talking about that. That's something we'll be talking about. You're right. It's an escalation, but we'll be talking about that.
Mr. President. Mr. President Zelensky joined you in Hungary to meet President Putin.
Because it's a leader that we like. We like Viktor Orban. He likes him. I like him. It's a country that's a safe country. Done a very good job. He's been a very good leader in the sense of running his country. He doesn't have a lot of the problems that other countries have. And so we've decided that we'll be going to be with Viktor Orban, and he will, I think he'll be a very good host.
President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. Right here.
It's
President Trump.
Hungary, yeah. We're doing Hungary, yeah.
With Putin. Trilateral meeting, or is it just you and Putin?
To be determined, but I would say most likely it's going to be a double meeting. It'll be a double meeting, but we will have the President, Zelensky, in touch. There's a lot of bad blood with the two presidents, and I'm not speaking out of turn when I say it. It's a very difficult situation. You know, we just settled the war, and after thousands of years, I guess. People say anywhere from 500 to 3,000 years, and I was in rooms, as you saw, because you were with me, a lot of you were with me last week, with leaders that didn't like each other, but they were able to get along. these two leaders do not like each other, and we want to make it comfortable for everybody. So one way or the other, we'll be involved in threes, but it may be separated.
President Trump. Mr. President. President Trump.
Was he what? Where are you from?
From Ukraine. He actually had a
Okay,
conversation
good.
with me.
Good, yeah.
What if President Putin doesn't agree to peace in Hungary? What do you do then? Do you have?
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, what if? I think he will. I think that President Putin wants to end the war, or I wouldn't be talking this way. I think he wants to end the war. I spoke to him yesterday for 2.5 hours. We went through a lot of details. He wants to get it ended. I think that President Zelensky wants to get it ended. Now we have to get it done.
President Trump. Kara Castronova from Lindell TV. And although I love asking you questions, today my question is for President Zelensky of
Sure.
Ukraine.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Our President Zelensky, President Trump, just brokered a peace deal in the Middle East that all Americans, both sides of the aisle, are very proud of. But to meet that deal, both sides had to make concessions. Our president has stuck out his neck in many ways to make a peace deal for your war as well. What specific concessions are you willing to make to end this war with Russia? Will you give up joining NATO? Americans have foreign war fatigue, and our president, as he said, we need our tomahawks too.
To me.
Yes, you, President Zelensky.
Thank you very much.
That's some question, right?
So many questions in one. Thank you very much for your question. First of all, I think we need to sit and speak. The second point, we need ceasefire. Even now, you see in the Middle East, it's very difficult to hold ceasefire. Everywhere, in every war, it's very difficult. We want peace. Putin doesn't want. That's why we need pressure on him. We will speak with President today what we need. We understand what we need to push Putin to negotiation table. And as I said previously, so we are ready to speak in any kind of format, bilateral, trilateral, doesn't matter. Matter just peace. This is important. And we don't speak about NATO or NATO. For Ukrainians, it's very important. Of course, it's our decision, decisions of allies to decide where we are.
But are you willing to give
Yes,
up
but
joining
the
NATO?
most important thing for people in Ukraine, which are under each day's attacks, to have really strong security guarantees. NATO is the best, but weapon is very important. Allies on our side is very important. And between us, for us, bilateral security guarantees between me and President Trump is very important. I don't know, we didn't speak with details about it, but this is the most important document because the United States is very strong.
Sir, President Trump, you are the middleman right now, hoping to end this conflict. Who is doing a better job negotiating, President Zelensky or President Putin?
I think they're both doing a great job in that sense. We have to get it done. We've got to take some of the hatred of each other. They don't like each other. I say that in front of President Zelensky, but I say it in front of President Putin too. They have tremendous bad blood. It really is what is holding up, I think, a settlement. I think we're going to get it done, and we have to make it long-lasting. As I said in the Middle East, everlasting, right? Everlasting. And the Middle East is a much more complicated situation. We had 59 countries involved, and every one of them agreed. And it's sort of amazing. Most people didn't think that was doable. This is going to be something I really believe that's going to get done. I had a very good talk yesterday with President Putin. I think he wants to get it done.
And President Zelensky, right behind you. When we were in Israel with President Trump earlier in the week, we heard a lot about the difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Joe Biden before him. What do you see as the biggest difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Biden?
President Trump has a big chance now to finish this war. President Biden now is not the president, so he doesn't have a chance to finish this war. And President Trump is really showed for the world that he can manage ceasefire in Middle East, and that's why I hope that he will do this, and we will also have such big success. For Ukraine, it's a big chance, and I hope that President Trump can manage it.
I would say the biggest difference is one is extremely competent and the other one is grossly incompetent.
Mr. President. Sir, a few weeks ago in New York when you two met, you said that you think Ukraine could ultimately take back all the territory that it's lost so far. Do you still think that's the case, or do you think there'll have to be some sort of
You
swap
never
of
know.
territories?
Look, you know, war is very interesting. You never know, do you? You just never know. With war and peace, but you never know. Please.
Russia calls Tomahawk supply to Ukraine as an escalation, yet it continues using similar cruise missiles like Caliber. And
Yeah. Who are you with? Who are you with? You Ukraine?
Yeah.
Good.
But Russia continue even using the cruise missiles and also nuclear-capable ballistic missiles in Ukraine since 2022. So do you consider providing Ukraine with the Tomahawk or similar missiles as an opportunity to equalize the possibilities of Ukraine and Russia and push Moscow to the negotiation table?
Sure. We're going to be talking about that. That's why we're here. Okay? Fair question. Exactly as he told you to say it. But we're going to be talking about it. Okay? Yeah, please.
President, message to India and Hungary who is still refusing.
You said India and Hungary? That's an interesting. India and Hungary. It's an interesting combination.
Refuse to stop buying Russian oil.
Well, India is not going to be buying Russian oil anymore. And Hungary is sort of stuck because they have one pipeline that's been there for years and years and years, and they're inland. They don't have sea. They don't have sea. And I spoke with the very great leader of Hungary, and they are, you know, it's very hard for them to get oil. I understand it. Hungary's in a very interesting position because they can't have ports. You know, they're surrounded by land. So we'll see what happens there. But India will not be buying oil from Russia. And they've already de-escalated, and they've more or less stopped. They're pulling back. They bought about 38% of the oil, and they won't be doing it anymore.
Mr. President Trump has been helping you in achieving peace in Ukraine.
Who has?
First Lady Melania Trump
Yeah.
has been helping in returning abducted Ukrainian children from Russian captivity. President Zelensky, do you appreciate those efforts? How do you assess them? And did you ask her to step in and to help you?
No, she wanted to do it. She felt very strongly about the children, and she's done a really good job, I think, in bringing it to the fore. You know, we have a lot of children involved. Now, it's some people say it's 20,000, and some people say it's 300. There's a big difference between that, so nobody really knows. But she felt very strongly about the children. She thinks about the children all the time.
President Trump, if you okay Tomahawks to Ukraine, what's going to happen if the United States is in a conflict and we need the Tomahawks? Do we have enough?
That's a problem. We need Tomahawks, and we need a lot of other things that we've been sending over the last 4 years to Ukraine. We've been, you know, we gave them a lot. Now we have a different situation. We send it to the European Union. They pay for it and all that, and they have plenty of money. But it's beyond the money. You know, we need Tomahawks, or we need a lot of other weapons that we're sending to Ukraine. One of the reasons we want to get this war over is exactly that. It's not easy for us to give. You're talking about massive numbers of very powerful weapons. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about. Hopefully they won't need it. Hopefully we'll be able to get the war over with without thinking about Tomahawks. I think we're fairly close to that. Yeah, go ahead.
President,
yeah, please.
Just to understand. So for today, of course, we want to finish this war, but the war is another technological war. You don't use just Tomahawks. If you want to target a military goal, you need thousands of drones. It goes together with such missiles. Ukraine has such thousands of our production drones, but we don't have Tomahawks. That's why we need Tomahawks. But the United States is a very strong production And the United States has Tomahawks and other missiles, very strong missiles. But they can have our thousands of drones. That's why where we can work together, where we can strengthen American production.
And so just so that I understand, so you're suggesting kind of a trade. If President Trump okays Tomahawk missiles to help you launch
Yes, it's
into
about
Russia,
military goals. It's
then you
only
would
about military goals.
Right, but then you would authorize some kind of an exchange where
Yes, of course.
the U.S. gets
Yes, we
Ukrainian-
have proposition. Yeah, we have big proposition with our drones.
President Trump, I don't mean to be brokering an arms deal here, but is that something that you would be interested in, Ukrainian drones?
We are, yeah, we would. We have a lot of drones right now. We build our own drones, but we also buy drones from others, and they make a very good drone. I mean, drone warfare has really come to the fore over the last couple of years because of this war. I will say, there's nothing like the jets. You know, we knocked out a lot of drones in Israel. We were knocking them out for Israel, and we were doing it with extremely fast and powerful jets, following the drones and knocking the hell out of them. So, it's, you know, we know a lot about the drones, and we know a lot about the great jets, the great ones. The ones, well, and the B-52s, which were totally they were stealth. They were undetectable. So we have a lot of different weapons. And, you know, I have an obligation also, though, to make sure that we're completely stocked up as a country, because you never know what's going to happen. In war and peace, right? You never know what's going to happen. So we're going to be talking about Tomahawks, and would much rather have them not need Tomahawks. Would much rather have the war be over, to be honest, because, you know, we're in it to get the war over. We're selling a lot of different types of weapon, as you know, to the European Union. We're not in it for that. We're in it to get it over. We're losing thousands of people a week. Thousands of people, Russian, Ukrainian, and mostly soldiers. I mean, mostly soldiers. But we're in it to see that end. And if we can end quickly, and I think we can. I mean, I had a very good talk yesterday. We're going to be talking about it. But I had a very productive talk yesterday with President Putin. We'll see what happens. But the war in the Middle East was far more complicated. We got that one done. And I think we have a good chance. I think President Zelensky wants it done, and I think President Putin wants it done. Now all they have to do is get along a little bit.
Can you give us an update on the trade negotiations with China, or perhaps Secretary Bessent?
Yeah, I will, and I'm going to let Scott do that. But I think we're doing very well. I think we're getting along with China. China would like to have something. As of this moment, we'll be meeting in a couple of weeks. We'll be meeting in South Korea.
You think
myself.
Will go forward?
I think so. It looks like it's going forward. I think so. They want to meet. We like to meet. I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and we're going to see what happens. But, you know, for years we were taken advantage of by China very badly. We were losing hundreds of billions of dollars a year to China. We really built their military, if you think about it. The kind of money that presidents allowed to be lost to China was just insane. And then when I came into office, as you know, I put very severe tariffs. So we took in hundreds of billions of dollars in my first term from China. Biden let that go because it was so much. He let it continue, but he gave all sorts of exceptions. And by the time you looked at it, Scott, I would say it wasn't the same thing. He would give an exception for anything.
President Trump speaking right now. Zelensky is in the room. Scott Bessent is to his right. We're going to get back to what Scott Bessent has to say about the China negotiations, because this is definitely at the forefront of the economic conversation. You're listening to the Annie Fry Show.
It's a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Get this, 42% of baby boomers don't even know how much money they have in their nest egg. If you're not sure where you stand in terms of getting ready for retirement, you should be listening to the All Financial Hour with Steve All.
Let's sit down and talk about your questions, because I think that's the most important thing that it is out there. It's what questions do you have?
Tune in to the All Financial Hour with Steve All, Saturday mornings at 6, right here on 97.1 FM Talk.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-500-5000.
That's 314-500-5000.
All on the free Odyssey app.
He's back at the White House. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Ukraine's President Zelensky arriving a short time ago and just telling President Trump,
I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war.
This a day after President Trump spoke for more than 2 hours with Russia's President Putin.
We went through a lot of details. He wants to get it ended. I think that President Zelensky wants to get it ended. Now we have to get it done.
He says allowing Ukraine to buy longer range Tomahawk missiles would be an escalation, but that it will be discussed today. Putin has warned against allowing those missiles. Zelensky also says President Trump has momentum to stop the war after the Gaza ceasefire deal. A Palestinian national accused of taking part in the Hamas attack on Israel that started the war in Gaza is arrested in Louisiana.
He was living here in the U.S. legally, at least on paper. Investigators say he lied on his visa application by failing to disclose his alleged connections to paramilitary groups. He was living in Lafayette, Louisiana. His name is Mahmoud al-Matadi, and according to the criminal complaint filed in U.S. District Court, evidence shows that on the morning of October 7, 2023, al-Matadi learned about the Hamas invasion, armed himself, gathered others, and crossed into Israel with the intention of assisting with Hamas's terrorist attack.
Fox's Jonathan Seri. Al-Matadi is accused of violating terrorism laws. The affidavit says border protection records show he entered the U.S. in September of last year at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in Texas, accused of using a false application to obtain permission to travel and to get legal permanent resident status. He remains in custody for now. Former first-term Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton released from custody after pleading not guilty to federal charges of mishandling classified information. He calls the case an abuse of power. America is listening to Fox News.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Our temperatures continue to run above average. Partly cloudy skies, 70s this evening, breezy and 61 overnight. Friday, partly sunny, still warm, 84 degrees Friday night, partly cloudy, couple of showers after midnight, 65. Cold front coming in Saturday, periods of showers, and expect some thunderstorms around breezy and 80 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms continue Saturday night. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Range.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For the sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. I just want everybody to know that I made that music fade out. Thank you very much.
Fast,
yes,
too.
that was too fast.
It was a little too fast.
It was
uncomfortable.
fast.
All the St. Louis was like, "Ugh."
Happy Friday.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Shut up, man. Annie Fry is running the board today. Why? Because I want to grow. Ethan is teaching me. Brad has got the day off, so we're playing around here a little bit. So if you want to check into the Annie Fry YouTube channel and watch this train wreck happen, nobody can resist that, right? We'd love to have you come join us here. So I have the ability. What happens if I do that?
You just turned off Ryan's microphone.
That right here?
Yes.
So
you
can't
have the
talk
power to. Now
Finally.
he can, on his side, he has a button that can turn it back on.
No, he
can
doesn't.
also do that.
He's off the air.
Currently, yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
We could literally have an entire hour of that.
Trisha is like rocking back and forth in her. I'll put you back on there. Did I do it? Did I put you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask if it turned you on. That's not going to happen.
When Annie's running the board, she has control of Ryan's mic, but he also has a button that can control himself. So they could quite literally just on, off for the entire segment.
Stick around for the 2 o'clock hour. When we run out of content, that will be it. So I turn these things down here. Do I need to put them back up now?
This is what it sounds like when you're talking through a fan.
Oh, stop it. That's not me. That's not me. The White House has a guest today. Once again, we have Vladimir Zelensky is sitting next to Donald Trump, and President Trump is taking questions. We decided to take a break there and get to the top of the hour to make sure you got the latest news from Fox News. But Scott Bessent was asked about, we're going to kind of dip in and out of this throughout the course of the day because we could just turn it over to you, but we figure you probably I need to learn how to run the board. And I can't just turn it over to Donald Trump to talk about world peace. We're going to pick through the press conference that's happening right now. This is the same room, Ryan, that they had the cabinet meeting in.
Yep.
It looks like a cabinet meeting.
Most of them are there, not all of them.
President Trump is flanked by Vice President J.D. Vance and the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and then of course Zelensky is there in the room. I think Zelensky may be across the table from him. But they're taking questions, and one of the questions was regarding Scott Bessent, or it was about China and where the progress is headed right now with that particular deal. And we wanted to hear what Scott Bessent had to say. So let's listen to Scott Bessent's response.
Scott, do you
here.
want to say a few words on that, please?
Yes, sir. So the entire relationship stems from the great respect that the two leaders have for each other. China did a substantial unprovoked escalation last week. We were unable to get in touch with them. Since then, it's been IMF World Bank Week. They have had working level people here who there have been meetings. The Vice Premier, who is my counterpart, and I will be speaking this evening at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then he and I and a delegation will meet in Malaysia probably a week from tomorrow to prepare for the two presidents to meet. So I think that things have de-escalated. We hope that China will show the respect that we have shown them. And I am confident that President Trump, because of his relationship with President Xi, will be able to get things back on a good course.
Is the hope for that meeting with you and President Xi some kind of trade deal then? Or
Could be. Look, I think we're in a very strong position. We're getting As you know, as of November 1st, I could move it up if I wanted. A 100% tariff over and above what we get now. So that would make it about 157%. And China doesn't want that, and they want to talk. And we're talking, and I think we'll make a deal that will be good for both. I think we will do something. But you have to understand, we never got anything from China. It was a one-way street. For many years, for decades, it was a one-way street. And they became rich because of the United States. And frankly, presidents that, let's be nice, they didn't know. They just didn't know. They didn't understand what was happening to them. But I understood it. I understood it long before I ran for politics. I used to watch in amazement at how stupid our country was, how stupid they were. And we're not stupid anymore. And that includes with the European Union. That includes with Japan and South Korea. All we want to do is be treated fairly. But the fairly is hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars coming into the United States. And it's our national security is secure because of tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would have no national security. So it's very important.
Will you seek China's help in ending the war in Ukraine? Do you need them to put pressure on Russia?
I'll be discussing that, but I'd love to see it ended before that. I mean, I think we have a chance of ending the war quickly if flexibility is shown on behalf. And again, we're not losing people. The United States is not. We're not losing people. We're not spending money. We're getting paid for the, ammunition and missiles and everything else that we're sending to the European Union, but to NATO. But it's very similar. If you look at the countries, I mean, it's very similar. And we just made a very fair trade deal with the European Union. And what we wanted, and we made a very good deal with NATO, too. They pay for all of this. That's not what we're in this for. We're in it to save thousands of lives every week. Thousands and thousands of lives. That's why we're in it.
President Trump speaking again from the White House with Zelensky there in tow. They are meeting to try to figure out, peace. That's what the goal has been here. President Trump is 79, correct?
Yes.
Remember when Joe Biden turned 80 and everybody was like, in the White House was like, shh,
don't say anything.
Don't say anything. He's 80. He doesn't know. I don't know if that was it. That might not have been it. When Donald Trump turns 80 next, it'll be around, June. It'll be real close to the
sesquicentennial.
You just stop showing off. Turn your mic off again.
I love showing off. Hey, you turned me off. I noticed.
I wonder if they'll hype it up. I wonder if they'll do the same thing.
I don't think they will.
Hype it up or do the same thing?
I don't think they'll hype it up.
I don't think they'll hide from it. There's no reason
you can't
to.
Hide from it.
Joe Biden had the opportunity to run for re-election.
And he almost did. He almost ran for re-election.
He did. He just failed so bad that he didn't make it all the way to the finish line. I'm just thinking to myself, at 79 years old, the things that he holds in his head at one time, the depth of knowledge that he can sit in front of a room of people like this, I think it's worthy of note that the media is not hostile towards him any longer. They ask questions that he doesn't like, but that's part of the deal. You don't get to create a scenario where you just get favorable questions asked to you all the time. One of the questions that was asked from the press yesterday or the day before, I believe, was like, would you consider taking Maduro out? He's Venezuela, right? And he goes, what a ridiculous question to ask. And he goes, actually, it's not a ridiculous question to be asked for me, but how ridiculous would it be for me to answer it? And that he actually kind of censored himself there, because he's right. It would be so stupid and calamitous for him to go, oh, yeah, we'd take Maduro out. You can't say that from the Oval Office in a press conference. And he knows that. And I think he has this kind of this like built-in reflex now of the media that his first thought is punch. And what he kind of self-censored him at that point was, how dumb would it be? He kind of thought that part out loud, like, how dumb would it be for me to answer this question? But there's a smart way to respond to that. There's there's a consequential way to respond to that kind of a question, too. And the press, it's a free press. The press is there to ask what the press wants to ask. And the person in the office, like, this is really the true correction to what the Biden administration did, which was they hid not just what they were doing away, they hid the president away.
Yeah, to get access like this was very rare. And you listen to the show, we carry this stuff almost daily, that the president or somebody very close to the president is coming out and taking questions about any topic pretty much every day. And you said that the press is less hostile to him right now. I think that's generally true, but it's in the room. So when you're in the room with Trump, yeah, the questions aren't quite as crazy and vindictive, but the general press, I don't think, is backed off of him at all. They just don't know what to do now because whatever they're doing isn't working.
Well, that's because I prefer an agitated press. I prefer a press that wants to get to the bottom of the story no matter what, that wants to expose truth. We haven't had that. We've had an agenda-driven media that hates this man so much, and truly everybody who's ever supported him, that their goal has been this entire time to take him down. That's activism. That's not journalism. And in the process of watching that happen, true journalism is so hard to identify. I mean, gosh, Elon Musk buying Twitter is probably the most important turning point in my lifetime, I think, for the direction this country was not heading, but careening. And the only way it happens is if the press has to become honest or be exposed for being dishonest. That the truth, not in the reporting of what the press is hiding, covering, or manipulating, the truth that really needed to be exposed is how the press was operating as an activist for an ideology that it's not some sort of altruistic way of saying, you know, like, oh, you care about the environment, the Democrats need to win. They did it for power. It's the worst kind of worse. It's a bold statement, but I don't know how you don't, at least trot around the idea of it being treasonous, because they were manipulating the American people. They were deceiving. The Russia collusion story and everything that followed does not happen if the media is honest. The Russia collusion story is an embarrassment for Hillary Clinton if it's journalistically antagonized. And if none of that happens, look at the course of American history. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Donald Trump would have been a fraction as successful as he is right now if the dominoes would have fallen a different way. And, the Lord talks all of the time about how he fulfills his plan through sufferings and struggles. And this is a very big example of it in my mind, in my view, as a Christian woman. That the plan that was laid out to get to where we are right now took the twists and turns that it took because that's the way that the people came to want to ask and demand the truth. The people have to want the truth. I really think for a long time there, in the Obama administration and the post-Obama administration, don't you think, Ryan, people kind of liked being lied to? It was comfortable. This little idea that was created, this faux, hopey, changey kind of world that we could live in, that's a comfortable place to be. You kind of create a common enemy. You amplify people who you've amplified their victimhood. You give them the opportunity to kind of step into the spotlight a little bit. You make people feel like they belong. Everybody's looking at this like this is a new way of going about things, and everybody who pushes back against it, you just keep those people quiet. So it looks like there's less dissension. People are quieter. It looks like this new hopey, changey way of thinking is the new way that we're going to think. But it's just so incredibly unrealistic that it can't survive without a deceptive media. I really wonder how popular Barack Obama ever actually has been. His whole shtick is a bit of a fabrication. And people want to talk about no kings. You want to go to a no kings protest this weekend? What about the reports that Barack Obama was running Joe Biden's presidency. We know for certain that Joe Biden wasn't the person in charge making all the decisions. He didn't even sign the documents that he signed. If President Obama was running the Biden administration, that's a third term. And as we've said before, I think pretty much the whole predicate for the No Kings protests is that Donald Trump has a hat that says Trump 2028.
I was getting ready to ask that question. I mean, really open question to the chat, to anybody who wants to weigh in on this. What is it about Donald Trump that makes him a king? And I'm sure that there's something in your head that you're like, that's the thing. Like, I want to read that and see what it is that's in your head. Obviously, a lot of us are like-minded here. But if you're on the left and you're like, yes, I love the No Kings protests, I might be involved with them, or at least I support them. What is it that you're like, specifically, this is what Trump does that makes him a dictator, a king, an authoritarian, whatever it is? Please say so. And I will consider that. Annie, Ethan, we'll read it. We will talk about it.
Did you hear that fade in under that brilliant point that Ryan was making while I was trying to figure out how to run the board?
I heard that fade in because it happened real fast.
It was awesome, and you did a great job. I want to talk more about No Kings, especially on the YouTube live chat. If you know anybody, or if you're going to a No Kings podcast, if you're going to a No Kings protest, I'm sure there are No Kings podcasts too. You let us know in the chat, and we'd love to talk to you. We'll be right back. Don't go away. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com. Please consider reaching out to Matt Hayes and talking to him about your foundation repair concerns. The thing that you need to know the most about Matt Hayes is that he's got 30 plus years of experience in this business: basement, waterproofing, foundation repair, and also when it comes to those uneven cracks that you have in your concrete. You can have him come out, and polyjacking is the system that he uses to even that out, to make sure that you don't have some sort of liability there at your concrete at your home, on your sidewalks, your driveways, your patios, or especially at your place of business. Don't want liabilities there. Nope, not at all. So when you go to HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com, you're going to see all of the different things that he has there for you to walk you through the process when he comes to your house to assess the damage that you have seen that's done. If you're in your basement walls, you're looking at cracks that maybe have expanded, God forbid, a little bit of bowing that might take place in your basement. That structure needs to be looked at right away, and that structure needs to be estimated so you can get it fixed before it becomes a very, very much bigger problem. It's Home Shield Foundation Repair, decades of experience in the business. You can find them online at HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw with Retirement Advisory Group. Are you worried about market volatility? Are you concerned your money won't last you through retirement?
Hi, I'm Tammy Kershaw, and as a family-owned business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. We have a lot of folks that aren't aware of all the new investment choices that are available, which give you growth and protection from losses at the same time. Are you aware of all the fees that you are currently paying? We can show you how to avoid those fees. So come in now for your free retirement review and get a second opinion on your retirement plan. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. Let us show you how to retire with confidence.
We are proud to say we haven't lost a penny of our clients' money in 39 years, and we won't lose a penny of yours either. Let our family help your family. Call us now at 314-993-9494 or go online to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
This is attorney Todd Nissenholt of Kaufman Townsley. We've won the trust of thousands of clients who are victims of careless drivers. We have the team, the talent, and the tenacity to get you the money you deserve. Call 314-500-5000. That's 314-500-5000.
No need to get technical on heating and cooling. We all want our houses to cool, correct? When it's heating season, we want them to heat, correct? There's not much more to it than that, but I can give you some pointers and tips on the efficiencies, meaning the efficiencies of your house. What you can do to make your house more efficient, and then deciding on what system to purchase, therefore maximizing every single dollar you spent for a furnace and air conditioner. not spending maximum dollars on a furnace and air conditioner because you're told of an efficiency rating, and that's it. So again, a common sense approach. When you start getting prices for any furnace and air conditioners, call me. It's one easy number, Missouri and Illinois. Again, Missouri and Illinois, the only number, 314-293-2600. Again, that's 314-293-2600, or on the internet, it is bartinman.com. That's Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Is your home, business, or church looking tired, chalky, or in need of curb appeal? Go Rhino. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Our unique 3M ceramic technology is perfect for brick, stucco, aluminum, steel, color lock masonite, and more. It's backed by our 25-year transferable warranty to not chip, crack, or peel. Great if you're staying, and even better if you're selling. Our ceramic coating allows you to maintain all of your architectural features. The decision to do vinyl will leave your home looking like a plastic moldy box. With Rhino Shield, in 15 years, your home will still have that, wow, it looks like you just got it painted. We've done large condo complexes, parking garages, pole barns, and commercial strip malls. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. Evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you could get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. We're glad they're here with us on a Friday afternoon. We're talking a little bit about the No Kings I keep saying podcast.
There's got to be a No Kings podcast out there that's getting some great ratings right now.
This is where I tell you that Ryan is starting a No Kings podcast, and very proud of him.
Wiggins America on the weekends will be called No Kings from now on.
You got to stop being a king every week.
I just hate kings.
So you said were you looking through? Do you see any comments?
Yeah, I'm trying to highlight. So I sort of openly asked the question: what is it that Trump is doing right now that causes you to, if you're on the left, want to protest and say he's a dictator, he's a king, he's a fascist? Specifically, like, what is it? And I'll read through. I'm starring some of the comments, and this one just says we rejected monarchy. Well, okay. Thank you for the response, but that's very, very general. It's not specific to Trump at all. This one says No Kings refers to the Declaration of Independence, both those from Scooter. Suspense also says violating the Constitution. Again, that's very vague. Let's talk about this one. Ignoring judges. Annie, has Trump been ignoring judges?
No, he's been annoyed by judges.
Has anybody been slapped down by judicial activism more than Donald Trump in his first year of
the federal agents wearing masks, or maybe they're just general presence in certain places, they go to court, they win in a lower court, and it gets appealed. But nobody ever talks about the appeal. Nobody ever talks about seeing the thing the whole way through. If it ever gets talked about again, it's when it gets to the Supreme Court level. And then I'm trying to think, what's the batting average right now of Donald Trump at the Supreme Court?
It's very high. Actually, it's high even in lower courts that are above the sort of activist court level, because they get slapped. These activist judges, if you want to talk about tyranny, these activist judges were enacting nationwide injunctions and they had no jurisdiction to do so. And no, you're not going to talk about that. Now the Supreme Court had to step in and say, you can't do that anymore. You're running the entire country from one district. So nobody mentions that. But I will say this, the one time that he has had more opportunity than anybody else in history, literally, in the history of our country, to ignore judges, because he continually gets stopped by judicial fiat.
Gavin Newsom talking about the no kings and what kind of day it's supposed to be.
No kings. A declaration of independence against the tyranny, against lawlessness, in the context that there was no rule of law. It was the rule of the king. And I think increasingly people are waking up to the rule of law in this country, increasingly appearing to be the rule of Don. And I hope it's dawning on people how precious this moment is. And what
did he say? Rule of Don,
Rule
as
of
in
Don.
like of who?
Don.
Trump?
Yeah, Don old.
Don. This guy. Why does he have a voice issue?
Possibly. It sounds like, Bruce Weber, how he used to have.
Like the basketball coach?
Yeah, it sounds like he kind of has something like that.
I want to see Gavin Newsom in an orange jacket.
it's at stake. And so I hope people put a stake in the ground, take the opportunity and time to participate this weekend, but again, do so peacefully.
Peacefully and what? What'd you say?
Peacefully and patriotically.
And then he just like slowly looks into the camera and winks. Like last time, Feds? I don't know. It could be. Who knows?
A deep realization of the consequences and what the founding fathers were all about.
I don't take this man seriously.
Again, specifically, what is it that he's doing? Because I want to go back to that court thing. The only case that we can find in the last year that you could say, oh, he ignored the court, it was when they were deporting Abrego Garcia, and the plane was apparently already in the air deporting this guy when the ruling came in. And they say, well, he ignored the ruling. Well, it was already happening. And that's literally, as far as I know, the only example that you could come up with to say, Trump just ignored the courts. Because across the board, he has followed the courts to his own annoyance.
Yeah. Yes. He has to. He doesn't have a choice.
He can't. That's the point. If you were a king, you would just do whatever you want, and he's not. That's why he's so annoyed, because he can't.
And when you were trying to do whatever you wanted and you knew that it wasn't something that was right, you'd shut everybody around you up from being able to say anything against it, to call it out. Wonder where we've seen that. Would you be willing to embed in a No Kings protest this weekend for us on the show here?
Yeah, I would be willing if I weren't going to like soccer practice and stuff.
And sleeping.
And
laundry.
Eating
laundry.
Snyder's pretzels.
YouTube live chat poll for today. Do you like scary things? Yes or no? Go vote on the Andy Fry YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Stewart's American Mortgage, you know him. He's the bagel loan guy, and he's available at 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. The bagel loan is something special because it's a mortgage that you're going to get that is going to cost you nothing to close. And at Stewart's American Mortgage, you'd call Stewie. You talk to Stewie about your brand new mortgage, a mortgage refinance, a cash out mortgage refinance. Have a conversation with him. Did you know he can close in less than 2 weeks? That's incredible. So if you're thinking about getting a lower interest rate, if you had to make a home purchase when the rates were at their highest highs, you can make sure you're in the right hands with Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. He's going to listen to you. He's going to tell you exactly what needs to be done to make sure that your circumstances are attended to. And he is there to give you exactly the information you need so that it can be a quick close and no closing costs close. That's thousands of dollars that you're going to save without having to pay those closing costs. 314-324-4440. Call him directly. Text him there. Google the bagel loan, NMLS number 226715.
Attention St. Louis Medicaid members. If you need assistance with daily living, you can receive a free service from Freedom Care in your own home from a loved one who lives with you. With Freedom Care, you decide who provides your daily care, helping you with preparing meals, bathing, laundry, transportation, and more.
A family member or friend that gets paid weekly. This Medicaid program is available to eligible St. Louis residents.
New to Medicaid? The Freedom Care family will guide you through enrollment, making it stress-free for patients and caregivers. With over 7,000 five-star Google reviews, we've perfected at-home care for Medicaid members and caregivers. If you live in the St. Louis area,
this service is available through Medicaid, and with our InstaPay app, caregivers can choose to get paid weekly. So go to freedomcare.com now, or for faster service, call 314-697-4912. 314-697-4912. That's 314-697-4912.
Freedom Care, we're here for you.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world, even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
Couple of comments to highlight here with the YouTube live chat poll today from Mad Scientist. He says, your program is a success because it's sent across multiple airwaves. Radio, Odyssey. If it weren't for YouTube, I wouldn't get to listen and interact with y'all. Love the YouTube show.
Thanks, Mad.
Thanks, Matt. That wasn't a response to the question at all, though. The question is,
that was just a compliment to Ryan Wiggins.
Do you like scary things?
You know what's scary? What I'm doing right now. This is a little scary.
Especially the camera. Nobody can see you. You're all fuzzy.
I'm not fuzzy.
Yeah, you are.
Your eyesight sucks. Anybody want to be in? You're fuzzy.
I'm not fuzzy. I'm hairy. The next one comment is from Paul. He says, I'm not sure if I laugh harder at a haunted house or a comedy show. People getting scared are hilarious. So do you like scary things is the poll today. Let us know. 136. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Freedom has a frequency. 97.1 FM Talk.
97.1 FM Talk.
St. Louis Conservative.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you in the way you look tonight.
Mr. President, do you think that the government shutdown is all about this rally that's happening this weekend, the No Kings rally?
No, I mean, some people say they want to delay it for the king. This is
more
not a
than
king. You know, they're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right. No, but just so that Chuck Schumer could go and say, I'm fighting Trump.
Yeah, well, Chuck is, at the end of the line. He's being beaten by everybody that they poll against him. And, you know, what he did is he did the right thing a couple of years ago on something like this, and he got hurt by his party. And it doesn't, I don't think it matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything. I think they could just stay out forever. I mean, to be honest with you. Now, what we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, I mean, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted. You know, giveaways, welfare programs, etc. And we're doing that, and we're cutting them permanently. We're cutting a $20 billion project that Schumer fought for 15 years to get, and I'm cutting the project. The project is going to be dead. It's pretty much dead right now.
So there you have the president speaking with Maria Bartiromo about whether or not it is, you know, are you a king? What is this no kings thing about? The Democrat Party has invested in some pretty successful campaigns where they've been able to label, you know, one of them was one of the unsuccessful ones, I should say. Remember when the Bernie Sanders people were like, let's have a fight the oligarchy.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
everybody,
was not long ago.
After the fact, there were Democratic strategists going on all networks going, I don't think oligarchy is the way to speak to the people.
Well, it's true, but it was also funny because it was the consultant class that came back and said, you know, you're speaking to the people, but we don't think you're actually reaching the people.
Yeah.
We, the consultants. And they were right.
I think Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez should star in a movie about like an unlikely couple that meets at a gas station on a road trip, but one needs a ride from the other, and hilarity ensues.
And one of them owns a little independent bookshop, but the big bookshop is in town now, and they're taking over.
Which one of them would be big bookshop? It'd have to be Bernie.
I don't really know. I don't really know which
or
one.
no, she could be the like super wealthy, hip exec who comes in with her coffee cup and her glasses on the end of her nose that she doesn't need their blue light glasses. And he comes in and he is an old English professor.
No, I think this is a different take on that movie.
You disagree, Ethan?
Yeah,
You can't just stay. It's like you have no responsibility here anymore. You just disagree with me.
I don't know. I was kind of enjoying just hanging over here.
No, listen. I'm going to make the case here. You can't just make either one of them the executive because that's neither one of them. They're both not like that. But they both should own independent coffee bookstores.
Yeah.
And then there should be a literal dictator with a Hitler mustache that runs the big
But there are rumors that one of them could be perhaps becoming the big coffee shop bookstore spot.
Oh, like an investor comes in and...
Yeah, they could end up taking over everything.
Joe says, I love Olive Garden. Get to pick your own pasta.
So much Parmesan cheese, too.
You guys Olive Garden fans?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said that like it was a confession. You said that like you've been to a meeting about it.
Father, I'm here to confess.
Take it as you will. But I've been.
How many breadsticks?
And I've come back, and I would go back.
How many breadsticks can mid-40s Ryan Wiggins eat in a sitting at Olive Garden?
Can I or should I?
You should eat probably none, nor should any of us, but their wonderfulness. How many realistically would you eat? How many could you eat?
Am I eating other things
That's an
with
important
the meal
question.
or just breadsticks?
Nobody in their right mind sits down to Olive Garden and just eats breadsticks.
Well, unless I'm challenged by you on the radio to just
Got a
see
point.
how many
I'm
I
kind
can
of
eat.
with him on this.
Who could eat more breadsticks, you or me?
Oh, my God. Not this crap again. It's becoming an everyday
You better
thing.
say you.
I mean, it's clearly me.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting down to a nice meal with the family,
You're just sitting down at Olive Garden on a Friday night like tonight.
and I'm not challenged to try to eat as many as I can,
No,
but just
realistically.
to see, I'm going to try to fill up on bread. Okay, I could eat 8.
8?
Because you dip it in the salad dressing at the bottom of the bowl.
Do you think realistically you would eat 8?
No, but I could.
I know, okay, that's the could number. But you're sitting down with your family, so there are witnesses that know you.
Yes.
How many?
Oh, okay, so we're just eating for pleasure.
Ryan, how else do you eat?
For sustenance.
No, you.
Pleasure. 4.
You're eating 4.
Still, and it's a lot. 4 is too many breadsticks.
You're still going to be filled up a quarter of the way into your meal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You taking that food home then? You eat it the next day.
Yep. taking it home, dumpster diving, getting the rest.
Right. So here's the strategy behind that. You are basically getting partially a free meal from those breadsticks. If you are filled up on those, the majority of your meal, if you don't eat that much of it,
it's an
could
economic
be-
investment.
Yes, that's what I'm saying exactly. Now, is it good for your gut? Probably not.
Neither
but
are the leftovers.
Oh, they're just as good the next day.
Yeah.
No, good. Yes, for pleasure, not for sustenance.
Here's the thing. Now, when I was in early college, I had figured out a system, and I'll tell you what that system is right now because I'm not sure that they still allow it. I think we exploited it too much, and they closed the loophole. But if you
wait, is this? Did you say Olive Garden?
no,
This
no,
is where?
same concept, Fazoli's. If you went,
You had a Fazoli's loophole?
oh yeah, and it could still exist. I don't know. I'm not going to press it, but at the time, when you're 19, you can eat as much as you possibly can of anything, and it doesn't matter. And you're just trying to fill up. And at that point, you're almost trying to see how much you can fill up with your guys.
How miserable can I make
Ethan?
myself? Yeah. How miserable can I make myself? How
Thank
much
you.
can I eat?
Thank you, Ethan. So
Gross.
what you would do was you'd go to Fazoli's and maybe you'd order a drink, but you didn't even have to do that. You could just order water if you wanted to. And you just order the sauce. You just say, here's 35 cents. Give me a marinara.
Are you serious?
And then it was unlimited breadsticks. Oh
Did you do
my
this?
gosh.
Did you do this for real?
Oh, yeah, we did this.
How many times in your life have you participated in
I
this
think
theft?
2-3 times. But what we usually would do is not just we realized we could, but we always would order a couple pieces of pizza and make a meal out of it because we did kind of feel bad about doing it. But you absolutely could do it, and we would order. At the time, it was probably $4 for a little pasta meal or whatever.
Those were the days.
And then you'd order the sauce, and you'd just keep getting sauce and just hang out.
There
with
is
breadsticks.
there is no way in the year 2025 that you could get away with that now.
Somebody let me know.
Shocked.
I'm not going to go try it because I can't eat that much bread anymore. I just can't.
I'm 100% at this one. Doug says the gnocchi protest tomorrow. I love gnocchi.
Me too.
That's better than no kings.
Me too.
Oh,
Kind of
man.
sounds like it though.
You ever had gnocchi?
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh man, potato
it's
pasta.
So good. Good gnocchi is it's my favorite. It's
And
my
it's
favorite
gluten-free.
Italian. It is?
Yeah, because potatoes.
I didn't know that. I don't know anything about that. Who's there calling me right now while I'm doing all of these things? How am I doing, Ethan?
You're doing great. Why are you looking at me like I'm questioning? You're doing great.
The prolonged eye contact to make sure you were not telling me a lie. If you would have
You're doing
laughed,
great.
If you, don't look at. I didn't ask Brian.
I'd give you a solid 6 out of 20.
Thank you. 6 or 7. All right. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, I want to talk about the YouTube. No. Ethan Sports and Local. You ready to do a segment?
I guess so.
I have no idea how that's going to. We're going to figure it out on the break. Join us on the Annie Fry YouTube channel, the YouTube live chat poll. Do you like spooky things? And if you want to watch the YouTube, you can watch me muddle through running the board on a radio show for the first time. We'll be right back.
And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change.
Michael's Flooring Outlet online at igotfloored.com. You know the drill. You go to igotfloored.com and you will quickly be able to see everything that they have to offer when it comes to flooring. You got hardwood flooring, the Techwood Plus line of flooring. You've got carpet, the Mohawk Smart Strand, among many other kinds of flooring. Carpet tile, that's something that a lot of commercial places are transitioning to. If you had some type of commercial carpet in there, commercial carpet squares are a lot easier to maintain, a lot more cost effective to keep up with. You might be just wanting to go to some sort of luxury vinyl plank, whatever it might be. Michael's Flooring Outlet has top to bottom the different types of products that you're looking for, and they are quality. They have the best in customer service as well. So you're going to find exactly what you need in your flooring shopping process when you go to Michael's Flooring Outlet. So if you've started it, don't finish it until you visit Michael's Flooring Outlet. If you haven't started it yet, you can visit igotfloor.com to learn everything that you need to know. They are located in St. Charles. They are located in West County, also in Darting Prairie. They're located online at igotfloor.com.
25 years of 97.1 in St. Louis.
Hey, it's Dana Lash. Congratulations to 97.1 FM Talk on 25 years, the station where I got my start. Here's to the next 25 years.
Tony LaRussa here. Has your loss of energy and weight gain thrown you a curveball in your relationship? If so, go see my friends over at Victory Men's Health. Discreet first-class professionals will help you hit those curves out of the park. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. That's VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
This is Kyle Bush with Krantz Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. How many times have you changed jobs over the years? If you're like many professionals, you may have left behind one or more 401ks. Unwatched, unmanaged, and potentially your largest retirement asset. Just because it's out of sight doesn't mean it should be out of mind. Let's make sure it's working as hard for your future as you are. Your goals, our mission, start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA/SIPC. Prince Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What if you had a plan to build income outside your job? At Lifestyles Unlimited, you'll learn how people are investing in real estate to grow their income and make smarter financial choices one property at a time. Right now, join us for just $297. That's a savings of $443 off our real estate education program. Text RADIO to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
With conviction and clarity, The Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Hold up. Check it out. Sports and local.
Durfin Doniford's Dumpy Dudes.
I hate you, Ryan Wiggins.
You love it. The Dumpy Dudes?
I like that one a lot.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe not all of the ones that you made are in here because it feels like my least favorite ones are the ones that have
It does
played.
seem like that one's played already.
Like decisions were made.
But it is totally random, so it could hit the same one twice without hitting another.
I guess I believe you.
Maybe it's possible that somebody else is using them and just cycling through them, and they're coming back to us at the same ones because...
Who voluntarily could possibly want to play those?
Dell Walmsley.
Dell. That's got to be it.
You know, I would ask for context, but I'm not going to. Yeah, there's just absolutely no reason for that. What is coming up this weekend in sports? It is Friday. It is what we do on Fridays, at least what we start sports and local with. So we'll go ahead and start off with the St. Louis Blues. They took a beating on Wednesday night against their rivals, the Chicago Blackhawks. They lost at home 8-3. Now, it's kind of funny. They've played 4 games. The two at home have been atrocious. They have gotten outscored 13-3. The 2 on the road, they have looked very good, and they are outscoring their opponents 9-4.
How experienced
do what
is
you
this
want
team?
with that info.
Like, are they a young team? Are they veterans? Good mix?
Annie, that's a really good question. It's a very healthy balance. There are some very highly regarded players on this team that are very young. They have that veteran mix of guys like our captain, Braden Shen, as well as Justin Falk, Colton Parayko, Jordan Binnington.
What about Caillou?
But you also have guys like Jordan Kyrou that you could still consider are young-ish.
He's probably the type of guy who would beat you up for calling him Caillou.
No, I don't think so.
Is he a fighter?
No.
He's more of a lover.
He's a lover?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not a fighter.
Would you say that this team is... How would you say that they are morally?
You're just trying to get him to say, that's a really good question, Ryan, like he just said to me about a sports question.
Yeah. Like, would you say that they are of high moral fiber? Do they towel snap each other in the locker room, or are they above
There's
that?
no right way to answer this question. The right thing to do on the Annie Fry Show is to move on and pretend he's not here.
Well, how I'll answer this is exactly like
The
that.
moral fiber of the St. Louis Blues is fine.
He goes in the locker room, though. He would know if they were towel
Here's the
whipping
thing,
each other.
though.
Is he the towel snapper?
In the
Is that your job?
No, that is not my job.
Could you start?
No. I like being able to go into the
Maybe
locker room.
he's the John Bolton of the Andy Fry Show.
Unbelievable.
Who's that guy that looked like
Absolutely
Ethan
unbelievable.
from 97.1 but has a mustache now?
I don't know, but I definitely understand he to be with the Mark Reardon Show.
That's Gary Wood. Gary Wood.
Gary Wood. Have you worn your Gary Wood shirt yet?
No,
You need to wear
I
that.
haven't.
You're starting to hurt my feelings.
Sorry. I'll wear the poster.
Okay. Just like with the golf course.
More sports in local coming up this weekend. The Missouri Tigers traveling to Auburn, Alabama to face off against the Auburn Tigers. Mizzou, after their loss last week against Alabama, dropped from 14th to 16th in the rankings. Auburn on the year is 3-3. The Tigers currently a 1.5 favorite over Auburn. And then the Illinois Fighting Illini. So this is sad, okay? I checked these on my app, my ESPN app, to see, okay, who do they play? And there's a top 25 setting to find them, but I can't see the Illinois Fighting Illini on there anymore because they're not ranked in the top 25. The Illinois Fighting Illini, they have the week off, so they don't even play this weekend. They get an opportunity to get a breather after the loss last week against the Ohio State Buckeyes, the number 1 team in the country. I feel like in the last several weeks, maybe it's been over a month, we've heard some news about just things going on at Lambert Airport, the types of improvements that they are wanting to make, as well as the adding, the flights to the direct flights to London, starting in April of 2026. Well, there is a new groundbreaking that is going on currently at Lambert Airport. Last Monday, this started. A new airfield maintenance and snow removal equipment facility has started. Construction on it has started. The maintenance facility's cost, get this, $115 million. According to the airport, funding for the project was made possible by a $20 million grant from the FAA that was supported by Senator Schmidt and a $4.5 million grant from the Airport Infrastructure Grant Program via the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Once complete in late 2027, the 285,000 square foot complex will consolidate airfield operations, including snow removal, the airport auto shop, materials warehousing, landscaping, and maintenance. So, they're doing I give them credit for this. They're doing a lot of work to make, what oftentimes is the first greeting of St. Louis, the airport, which is very lowly regarded nationally as far as airports in the country go. They're doing a lot of work to try and improve it and make that image look a little nicer.
The airport is sufficient for flying to other places. But
yes.
That's the extent of it, isn't it?
And that's not the case for every other major city in the country. It just is not.
Yeah, I've been to other airports and I'm like, good grief, this seems very nice. This seems very lovely. Anyway, you're gonna have to fix that. I should have pushed pause, right? Is that what I should have done? Oh, well. You're going to be able to go to the Andy Fry YouTube live chat poll right now and vote on our YouTube live chat poll. Do you like scary things, yes or no? Do you have a definitive response to this one, Ryan? Is it complicated?
Yeah, it is complicated. It's going to take me some time to process through it because I am a house divided against myself when it comes to this question, Annie.
Am I going to hit open at the hard out here? Let me ask that question.
Hey, we're slow riding right into this thing.
We are probably
Right
going to
off the
crash
top.
and burn, but we'll see how it goes. What do I hit?
Next.
Open?
Honey, is our car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My sister just got an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover our repair bills if anything happens to our car, new brakes, a transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait a minute, we pay nothing on the repairs? Ox gets it fixed for us? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance? What's the number?
800-234-0633. Ox has a 30-day money-back guarantee and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike other warranty companies. We should call now, 800-234-0633.
The last thing we need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-234-0633. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care, 800-234-0633, or go to oxcarcare.com.
CiviaLaw.com. That's the website to go talk to Todd Civia. Whether you want to go in Missouri to their Wentzville, Creve Coeur location, or in Illinois to their Edwardsville, East Alton, Swansea, Centralia, Mount Vernon locations. You can book your strategy session with Todd Civia right now by calling 833-995-WILL. That's 833-995-WILL. The website is CiviaLaw.com. And you are in the best of hands. My husband and I, we have worked with Todd Civia to help put together our trust. If you need to have your powers of attorney looked at, if you need to have your will that you've established before or a trust that you've established before, you should have it looked at every 3 years. Especially over the course of a decade. You're going to want to have somebody you trust who's going to be able to look at that to make sure that you are in the right place, that you're taken care of, that you're not going to be turned over to probate, and the time and money that costs is ridiculous. To learn more, go to CiviaLaw.com.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows before winter hits, which is smart, don't keep making the same mistake. Stop replacing your failing vinyl windows on your home now with more vinyl. Lakeside Renovation and Design will install Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows. They're built to last, they're energy efficient, plus they look stunning, and they're custom built for your home. Installed by Lakeside's expert team, and they're going to offer a lifetime workmanship warranty. If you're ready to upgrade your windows once and for all, you need to visit windowsbylakeside.com. Schedule your free consultation today.
If you're looking for the best eye care in St. Louis, look no further than the doctors of Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andrew Royer. Make your appointment today at youridoc.com or call 314-966-5000. Ophthalmology Associates.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-500-5000.
That's 314-500-5000.
All on the free Odyssey app.
He thinks both sides want to end the war. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
This is going to be something I really believe that's going to get done.
President Trump, after a call with Russia's president yesterday, is meeting today at the White House with Ukraine's President Zelensky, who wants a green light from the U.S. to buy longer-range missiles.
They're an amazing weapon. They're a very powerful weapon, but they're a very dangerous weapon, and it could mean big, escalation. It could mean a lot of bad things can happen. Tomahawks are a big deal.
But the president says the U.S. also needs Tomahawks for its own defense, and there are other forms of pressure on Russia. President Trump repeating that India will stop buying Russian oil, which Indian officials have not confirmed. Taking questions from reporters, the president also confirming another U.S. military strike on a suspected drug trafficking vessel in the Caribbean.
We attacked a submarine, and that was a drug-carrying submarine built specifically for the transportation of massive amounts of drugs.
Yesterday's strike believed to be at least the sixth in what the president considers armed conflict with drug cartels. The U.S. military reportedly capturing survivors after the latest strike. Britain's Prince Andrew just announcing he's giving up all of his royal titles, including the Duke of York. In a statement released by Buckingham Palace, the younger brother of King Charles says he and the royal family have decided the continued accusations about him distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. Prince Andrew continues denying any wrongdoing stemming from his friendship with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The latest revelations are in an upcoming posthumous memoir from Virginia Giuffre, who claimed she was trafficked by Epstein and had sex with Andrew when she was 17. America is listening to Fox News.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Our temperatures continue to run above average. Partly cloudy skies, 70s this evening, breezy and 61 overnight. Friday, partly sunny, still warm, 84 degrees. Friday night, partly cloudy, a couple of showers after midnight, 65. Cold front coming in Saturday, periods of showers, and expect some thunderstorms around breezy and 80 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms continue Saturday night. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Time to get ready for cold weather and schedule your heating system check. Get not just your heating system, but your entire HVAC system checked for $19 a month with the preferred partner plan. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Very glad to be with you this afternoon. On a Friday afternoon, we are doing something we've never done before here. I'm running the board today. I've run a radio board when I worked back for KRFT 1190, which was a sister station to 590 KFNS, and when it was a sports station. So I did work for both of them, but my primary responsibilities at first was to run this board. It was half the size. It was less than half the size of the one that's in here.
Little guy.
Yeah. And it was all syndicated at first. I don't even...
It's a little different.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm actually hosting the show that I'm running the board for at this point in time. Brad has a day off today, so we figured we'd screw around on a Friday and see what we could do. Just trying to stretch the legs and see what I can learn and what we can do to help grow the show. But it's interesting to think back on those days of running a station that was at one time fully syndicated. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I know that I put in like weather and traffic they'd call in. I'd open a audio file. I'd record them when they called in, and then I'd play it back.
Did you guys have computers back then?
I'm going to come back to my space over there and punch you.
That's funny.
Yes, it was.
This is kind of a good shot at her.
It was just after the turn of the millennium.
Old person joke.
Yeah.
You can start using those hotkeys and do the laughing one or something right there if you want.
No, I wouldn't even really know.
Just start pressing
where to start.
Just start pressing hotkeys, Annie. Just do it. Just see what happens.
Oh goodness.
You're doing it, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
You can't figure out how to do it.
That's not right. Just keep talking.
You're gonna have the opportunity to do it for sure next segment during Wiggins America.
Well, I have the opportunity now, but I can't figure out how to make the sound go. Don't tell me. I'm gonna figure this out myself.
Wiggins America is coming up next.
No, I'm not.
Also,
sure.
just a quick drop in here to let you know
Drop
that
it.
our anniversary party's coming up. Hey.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
Tell us more about it.
So the anniversary
when I get
of the
this
station
to work, it's going to be so funny.
Is happening right now. This month, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, 25th year on the air. And I'm very grateful that we decided to launch in 2000.
Got it! I figured it out. What were you saying?
Did you say that? Did you do that against the station or against me? Because I think that was inappropriate.
I don't know. Whatever it was what we were talking about 3 minutes ago. That's what that was for.
So it wasn't about the station getting started 25 years
Launching
ago.
in 2000 is the greatest thing that anybody could do because then you always know how old you are.
I say that about my birth.
So while you guys are doing this, I'm just going to find buttons to push that are going to sound fun on the air.
That
Is that
sounds
okay with
good.
that? I think we're going to go with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's for Lit Cigar Lounge. That's where we're having our anniversary party, and we're all looking forward to that. That is this Thursday. I'm going to pull up a comment here from Janine. She says, "Happy anniversary, AFS and 97.1. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much."
Annie, please find something to play.
I've only got two things right now, and then it applies. But
go to 971talk.com and register. It's not like that complicated. You're just RSVPing that you're going to be there at the party on Thursday night. We're all going to be there except for Ethan. Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I'm going to be making the whole thing churn because I am going to be running the remote.
Oh, that's right. You're running the Mark Reardon Show because we're broadcasting live, so that's part of the fun.
Hope you do it better than we're doing it here.
Wow. This is what I thought the whole day was going to look like, actually.
It would have if I would have
Was that in your that was in your hockey?
I'm just scrolling. I'm going to find. I'm in Mark Cox's. Just stand by, folks.
He's
it's about
got
to
that
get real.
one?
Yeah, that's for the kids.
Russell asked
if
Russell asked, is Annie in charge of the dump button? And that
Yes,
is correct. She
I do
is.
know
I'm a
where
little
it is.
concerned about that, especially with someone like Ryan Wiggins on the show. But
Well, she came in today and she said, I'm going to run the board and I'm going to say the F word.
And the people love it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe
It's
the
a
people
lot
are so
because you got to
excited about
figure
that
out
one.
how to fade that sucker out, and I couldn't find the slider, but I did. Oh.
This segment is not going anywhere. Joe says,
I'm never doing that other
Can
scene
I be
again.
a fly on the wall for your next meeting with Steve and Trisha?
No, I'm not
please?
going to it. I will not be there. You can be me. You can go. Forget the fly. Just
because-
take it like a man and sit in my chair.
Just because I'm in your chair doesn't mean that I want to be in that chair in that meeting.
I'm still in the Mark Cox hotkeys, so that's where we're living right now.
Okay.
What time is it? Oh crap! Not
2:09.
2:15.
No, we still have time.
So
See what
that,
else you
that
got in there.
anniversary show next week.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be something, isn't it? Now, we are turning 25 years old here at this radio station.
No!
Not at all.
No, not that one.
You know, sometimes it goes off the rails, but Annie's there to sort of get it back. She's
Nope,
not there this
not
time.
anymore.
She's
This
right.
sucker is toast.
Hey, you keep looking at me like I'm going to do something to make this any better.
He's used to looking at that chair like, you going to let this fly? You going to keep this going? You going to get this back where it's supposed to be?
So this segment is sponsored by
Nobody.
nobody.
You. It should be sponsored by you.
The YouTube live chat poll.
Yeah?
Do you
He's
like
hosting. Do you
scary
see this?
things?
I love it.
Do you like scary things? Yes, we should answer this now because we haven't answered it yet.
And the answer Annie has is
Ethan.
Oh, I'm answering. Yes, I do like scary things.
We're
I
only
like
gonna do
being
this for one
scared.
segment. We're not going to do this the whole hour. Don't leave
We'll
us.
see.
I like the adrenaline rush that comes from it. I like the haunted houses. I like scary
When was
movies.
the last time you went to a haunted house?
It's been a little while. Probably early college. Just that it ends up being because I'm busy, I feel like, rather more than anything. But like when we go, like my friends and I enjoy it. It's fun.
Annie?
Yes. What? No.
Annie, what was the question asked to you again?
The question was the YouTube live chat poll, which I picked exactly 4 minutes before the show began. Do you like scary things? I do not like scary things. I have never actually liked scary things. I think there are a lot of people who, maybe especially in their youth, will pretend to like scary things because there are people who say that they like scary things and they don't want to be a chicken.
And yes, exactly.
You don't
want to be
tough. Yeah, you would be tough. Oh, yeah, I get it. I went through a haunted house. I think it was like, I would have been in high school. It was probably my senior year, October, that I went through it. So I was probably 17 years old. And the group was going, and it was a group of people. I remember the group of people who I went with. I didn't normally hang out with them. And in high school, I went to a Lutheran high school. It was a smaller school. I graduated with about 50 people. So they invited me to go, and I didn't normally go places with them. So I was like, I should go because I wanted to hang out with these people. Scary, creepy haunted house in Soulard somewhere. I don't know which one it was. Probably like
Darkness.
The Darkness
Yes.
is what I was thinking.
That's in Soulard.
Okay. And I go and I'm thinking, I'm like not even allowing myself to participate with my own thoughts. I'm like, you just sit this one out. We're just doing this. We're going. And I have never been funnier in my life than when I've been scared poopless because I would go through that. I was just like, I didn't realize, I actually learned something about myself that I actually cope with fear with humor. So the more scared that I was, the more funny I had to make it to manage. Yes?
I'm the exact same.
We'd be a riot.
I'm pretty entertaining in haunted houses. In fact, just a thought. What do we have you guys ever discussed us doing one together?
Oh my God.
No.
See, I'm old enough now that I'm like, I don't like to be scared. The
I
answer
think
to the
that
YouTube poll is
that
no.
would be pretty fun. Us four going.
I cope with fear through gymnastics. So you should see me in a haunted house.
Do I want to ask more about that or no?
Not now. I'm not as flexible. But back then, I was great. I would answer this question this way. I am a house divided against myself.
Fantastic.
Whoa. That's been a long
Was that Ryan?
time.
That sounded like
That's
Ryan.
Sue Thomas.
What?
That was back from when I was on the DGS.
Oh, these are Glover's show hotkeys. Why are they
Wow,
still in here?
look at
In
that.
honor of 25 years.
Am I going to get in trouble for all of these things are FCC compliant, right?
I have no idea.
They shouldn't be in there if they weren't.
Yeah. You're flexible?
Yeah, I want to hear more about that.
No, I said I'm not flexible.
But you were.
Prove it.
Right here,
Prove
right
that I'm
now,
not?
in Studio H at Odyssey St. Louis.
Oh, okay, look, I'm trying to get. Oh boy, there's my limit.
We do have a stream, a video stream.
I don't like scary things. I would tell myself I don't, and then every now and then I'm just like you, Ethan. It'd be kind of fun to watch a really scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
And but not even violent gore. I like thriller, tense, scary, that kind of stuff.
Like the psycho horror, like
suspense.
Yeah, like kind of like Jordan Peele movies.
I
maybe?
love Jordan Peele movies.
Those kinds.
Those
yeah.
Those are a little more thoughtful, and some of them are terrible endings. But they are really fun to watch, and that's why I like Twilight Zone and some of that stuff because it's creepy.
Or Black Mirror, maybe.
I
Is
love
that
Black
fitting there?
Mirror.
Yeah.
I love Black Mirror. So I do actually. I think in my heart of hearts, I actually do enjoy scary things, but they have to be done well. They have to be able to tap into that.
Yeah, if you're just blind horror or gore,
I was
it's
gonna
like,
say,
okay,
what
this
kind
is
of
dumb.
what kind of air quotes scary are you not interested in? Because for me, it's supernatural devil stuff. I don't need to learn. I don't need to be spooked by demons.
And especially demonic, scary movie stuff. Because I'll be honest with you, it's not even that I really care about it. It's that when I watch it, I'm like, oh, well, if they just prayed the blood of Jesus, this movie'd be over. like it just, to me, I'm like, the solution's too easy for me to enjoy this 2-hour film.
Literally the ending of The Nun.
Yeah,
Literally the ending
is it really?
of The Nun. Yes.
Is that a new movie?
And the last 5 years. It's part of the Conjuring series.
Brand new to me.
I can't tell you the name of the movie, but it was also the plot of the Foo Fighters horror movie. Did you know that the Foo Fighters did a horror movie?
Sure didn't.
They did. And at some point they realized, oh, if we just pray,
this will all go away.
Yeah.
I really don't have any interest in the closest to scary movies I would watch is maybe like psychological thriller. But I don't
too.
even. Sometimes those are too close to home on watching news stories and like being a news person.
Yeah.
Like I need to be able to definitely separate what is my quote entertainment from what I'm exposed to in the wretched flow of news stories that come across our desk on any given time.
That's a good point because sometimes stuff these movies are intended to be meant for this, and all of a sudden, I mean, you could even stretch it back to the horrible situation that happened when right before the third Batman came out, and then there was the shooting in the movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. That guy went crazy. I'm pretty sure from the Joker, like watching the Joker in the second one. So I mean, even to the point of we're talking about superhero movies that happens. So I completely get that. When in reference to some of these psycho thriller suspenseful movies.
Ryan, doesn't being a parent change it too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
I don't want to see any movies about kids getting kidnapped.
Well, yes, but also it changes it because your kids get scared. And if I introduce them to scary stuff, I guess you could just sort of always be introduced because I know kids who've seen it their whole lives and they don't care about it. But my kids, if they see anything, we probably sheltered them in the other direction.
I was just going to say, do you need to introduce something that's not scary?
Exposure therapy? I don't know. I don't really know how to do it now. They're just going to have to grow out of it. Because now if they see
they're going to go to somebody's house one day and there's going to be a movie. And the movies that they introduce, like if you're 13, the stuff that gets put up there.
No, my kids won't do it. They won't. They will leave the room. They're that serious about it. They hate it. And they won't sleep. They'll be afraid.
Oh, man.
That
That's
movie
tough.
for me, though, because that did happen to me. It was one of the Freddy movies. I went to a birthday party when I was probably 12.
That's how it happens.
And I hadn't seen any of that stuff. I knew it was out there, but I hadn't watched it. And I still remember the scene where they stick the Q-tip all the way through that guy's head. And it was like, oh my gosh. You watch it now and it's funny because it's so bad.
But as a 12-year-old,
but is it the same? Like, I think we had people over at our house after, I don't know, it wasn't homecoming. It was after a football game or something like that. We had boys over there. And I came down and they had The Conjuring up on the thing. And I go, are you guys going to watch The Conjuring? And they're like, oh, no, we're not going to do that.
It's a really good movie.
And I go, you don't want to watch The Conjuring. Don't watch The Conjuring. And I just walked out. I didn't stay to monitor it. I also know that when I leave that at 3 a.m., if they decide to watch The Conjuring, that might end up happening. But I wanted to kind of be on the record as like, this is not a good idea or whatever. But I don't think that they watch The Conjuring. But like, is it the same thing to watch a Freddy movie at your age as it is to just watch The Conjuring now?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
It's the same thing, just different time?
Yeah. Well, Freddy was not supernatural horror in the same way as The Conjuring is.
Right.
That's a little scarier topic.
Oh, yeah.
But it was... Freddy movies are
probably way
scary.
more gore in the Freddy movies.
There is more gore. It's more graphic.
It was Stephen King's It for me, man. Blah, no thanks. That still scares the crap out of me. All right, Be or Not the Bee next. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I have no idea how I'm going to pull it off, but we're going to give it a try.
I believe in
I'm going
you.
to go find some more buttons. We'll be right back.
How the seasons go by. I get high and I love to get low, so the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll. You know, that's how the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave.
Tammy Dittamore of the Dittamore Group, you know who to call when it's time to list your home, when it's time to buy a home. You need experts, and the experts are at the Dittamore Group. They're fantastic at what they do. They're also fantastic people, and that counts. You want to do business with good people, and the Dittamore Group are the best. They're on both sides of the river. 618-531-4652. It's 618-531-4652. Contact Tammy Dittamore and her team with Zach, Pat, Abby, and Trisha, and get going on the conversation surrounding listing your home. You might even call them, and they might even have somebody who's interested in buying a home exactly like yours. Right now, they've got a lot of buyers at the ready, and if you've been thinking about putting your house on the market, maybe getting into a new home as well, you've got the right people, the winners with RE/MAX Alliance at the Dittamore Group. This is what they do full-time for their career. They're passionate. They're extremely hardworking. They are the solution for you for a productive, seamless, wonderful real estate transaction, whether you're buying or selling. 618-531-4652. That's 618-531-4652. TheDittamoreGroup.com.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world, even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/free. QUO.com/free.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins.
The bee or not the bee?
Oh, yeah, let's go. It's Wiggins time. This is the bee.
It's
or not
always
the bee.
Wiggins time. Let's be real about this.
So thank you very much. This is the bee or not the bee, which I will read a bunch of headlines. You'll have to tell me whether they are fake news from the Babylon Bee or whether they are real. Here's the first one. Democrats warn we are now further away from World War III than ever before.
That's got to be the bee. It's all in the phrasing.
Farther from World War III than ever before?
Yes.
They warn.
Democrats warn we are now further from World War III than ever before.
I don't understand.
It's
I'm gonna
the bee.
say that's real because it sounds really stupid.
No, it's the bee. You guys weren't grasping the joke, I don't
guess
think.
not.
According to Senator Chuck Schumer, this will shed some light on it for you, Ethan. The distance between the world and a new global war is widening at an alarming rate. If Trump isn't stopped, it's possible that we might not see humanity-threatening war in our children's lifetimes, Schumer told reporters.
Ethan's offended at the stupidity of this, and that's really the point.
Yeah, well, you are getting it then. That's good. Trump's peace-mongering puts our entire nation at risk of not being plunged into nuclear holocaust. Someone must stop this madman, and soon.
Okay. I get
You
it
with
now.
us now?
I'm with you now.
Okay.
I was confused.
Next one. We're back, Italians. Trump signs order to restore Columbus Day.
Real.
Yeah, I'm going to say real on that
Yeah,
one.
this is real. Columbus Day was Monday. He signed this, I think it was last Friday or over the weekend. After years of virtue signaling, telling us that we can't celebrate the man who discovered the Americas and instead have to replace it with Indigenous Peoples Day, Columbus Day is back, according to Trump.
How Italian are either of you?
Zero.
Nada.
But my wife is very Italian.
Does she have citizenship?
Her brother was looking into this, that I think we are so Italian.
We, not you.
But I would get citizenship too because
Oh,
I'm married to her.
Okay.
That we could declare dual citizenship,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of hoops to jump through to do it. So I don't know that we were kind of letting him lead it, her brother, and I don't know that he ever actually got there.
It's a big thing.
It is a thing.
Have either of you ever been to Italy?
She has, but I have not.
Man,
I would
that's up
love
there
to.
on the bucket list.
Me too.
I just realized I had a dream last night. I went to Europe. I didn't go to Europe.
Where in Europe?
Yeah, where in Europe?
I
Eastern?
don't remember. I'm just remembering the dream right now.
Kosovo?
Do you have do you have dreams? Are you a vivid dreamer, Ethan?
Not.
Do you have
not
dreams? Why are you
super.
working here?
None. Absolutely none.
Maybe you should
That's
expand.
why he's working
That
here.
is why he's doing a good thing.
I would sometimes I wouldn't say they're like these absolutely crazy things, but on the occasion, like I'll wake up and be like, Hannah, I met Albert Pujols in my dream last night. It was pretty awesome, but then he wanted me to go and play center field. It became a nightmare.
Do you vividly dream?
It comes in waves.
You're a CPAP user, right?
Yeah.
Did being on a CPAP affect your dream?
I don't think so.
Situation?
Dreamt that I wasn't on a CPAP.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
I dreamt I was rolling around without a hose.
Oh, I am. Sometimes I wonder if my rest with my dreams is more stressful than being awake.
Okay.
I have elaborate dreams, and they're never particularly awesome. They're not awful either. It's just like dealing with the stresses of the day, but just all night.
You ever have dreams where like significant others die? Those are the worst. Where I wake up and I'm like, I think I was crying in my sleep in the middle of the night.
I've had those types of dreams before, but
Awful.
not that. Really, my dreams now are just like I'm trying. It always makes me think of one of the funniest things Ryan's ever said on the show when I was talking about I was needing to get to work fast. And I got on the highway. I got from 270 to 255, right there, kind of like 111 in Illinois. I got on the highway, and I needed to put the pedal to the metal because I needed to get here.
Was this real or a dream?
This is the real part.
Okay.
And so I was getting ready to rock and roll. And I said, Ryan, aside from a police car, what's the worst thing that could happen? I don't even think I said aside from a police car. I think I was trying to get you to say that. What's the worst thing that could happen if you're getting onto the highway and you need to go fast for you to meet on the highway? Do you remember your answer?
Yeah, it was two people walking back and forth with a big pane of glass.
Every time I get on the highway there, I just think about that and how frustrating that would be. And I chuckle. The truth is that I got on the highway right behind my dad. So I couldn't blaze him.
Who was driving an old wooden cart full of watermelons.
And
with glass on top.
The mess it would have made.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't get on the highway behind your dad and then be like, peace. Which I think is what I did. I assumed that maybe he wouldn't see that I was there, but I was conflicted.
Mm-hmm. Another conflict you can run into on the road is when two guys are trying to hoist a piano up into the fourth floor of a window.
Oh,
in the middle of the road.
In the middle of the road.
But those are the type of dreams I have. Like everywhere I try to go, I've got two guys in a plate of glass, and it's just over and over, and I just can't get around it, and I can't get done what I needed to get done. So I think that's probably
everybody has those kind of dreams.
But I have them
pretty normal,
vividly to the point where it takes me into the day to realize, I'm not actually stressed about that.
That is a common thing to mankind.
It's frustrating.
That you have to tell yourself often, why am I worried? And it could be about dreams, but just in general.
Yeah.
What am I worried about?
And what is the worrying going to do?
And yeah, if you
Absolutely nothing.
Next one. Wife says she stayed up all night thinking about what you said about her overthinking things.
B?
Can you believe it? I didn't even pull that one up just because of what we're talking about.
Wife stays up all night?
Wife says she stayed up all night thinking about what you said about her overthinking things. It is the B. Allison reported tossing and turning all night as she went over all the implications of her husband's remark over and over again. Quote, do I overthink? She mused sometime around 2 a.m.
Oh.
No, I don't overthink, she concluded at 4:56 a.m.
You should have
worked it out.
You should have replaced Allison with Annie. That would have been good.
Ooh, that would have been good. And who's Matt? Because that's the person in the article.
Matt, talk about Matt
made the comment to his wife after she spent 45 minutes trying to figure out if the text she received from her sister that read Happy Monday had some deeper meaning.
I don't stay awake and stew nearly as much as I used to. There are certain things that will keep me up and keep me awake, and it's usually if I feel like I did something wrong to somebody. If I'm just trying to solve a problem, I can sleep now. But if I feel like I'm in the wrong and I don't feel like I've sufficiently been able to apologize for it, or if I haven't been, religiously or not forgiven for what I've done, that will keep me awake at night. I don't like that. One more.
Chicago police cut spending by just taping off locations that aren't murder scenes.
Oh, no.
Sheesh. The B.
The B?
Yeah, it's the B. Thankfully. Though largely supported by the city, some city officials expressed concern that the roped-off areas will now become a target to criminals who want to take over the whole city. Quote, we're essentially shining a spotlight on the few areas of the city where someone hasn't been killed, said City Council member Eric Davis. I'm not sure that's smart, but police have dismissed such concerns as unwarranted, believing that criminals would never dare cross police tape.
That's sad.
It is, it's a way to highlight, though, the ridiculousness of not wanting help with crime in Chicago. Why in the world would you not want help with crime when it's become a part of the culture? It's so bad that people don't even think about it anymore. It's just that's just the way it is. It doesn't have to be that way.
All right. You guys want to do next question next?
Let's do it.
Ask us anything in the comments on the Annie Fry YouTube channel. You guys flag them when we see them?
Oh, we're flagging.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we're flagging.
Where's the dump button? It's right there. Just checking. Okay.
Pull.
All right. Annie Fry on the board today, running the radio show board for the first time ever. How am I doing? .com. When you reach out to aircomfortservice.com to talk about a new HVAC system in your home, you're going to be met with some opportunity that I don't want you to miss out on right now as the fall and cooler weather is here. I think we're supposed to get rain and cooler weather coming in. Isn't that happening Saturday?
Yeah, tomorrow.
And maybe severe weather?
They already canceled my kids' sports tomorrow.
Oh, really?
They're so sure of it.
All right. Well, as the weather changes, sometimes these things happen in the middle of October, and then we're in the cool fall weather. Get in line or hurry up and skip the line at 314-513-0091, 314-513-0091, and talk to Air Comfort Service about your furnace. If it needs looking at, you can get your heating system checked, of course. If you need to replace this system for a limited time, Carrier Cool Cash rebates are back. You can save up to $2,100 in Carrier Cool Cash on qualifying HVAC equipment. Plus, you could qualify for 0% financing for up to 72 months. Plus tax credits. Learn everything you need by calling them at 314-513-0091. That's 314-513-0091. Online at aircomfortservice.com.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's morning lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
We, without hesitation, recommend that anybody work with ThrottleNet. The experience will be as good as it's been for us, for anybody, because you'll get a true partnership and you'll be able to rest easy that you're going to get the service that you need while they're also doing all those things that you don't want to have to think about, that you don't want to have to worry about. They're always doing that in the background for you.
Don't wait for your next IT crisis. If your business depends on technology, you need a partner that's got your back. Contact ThrottleNet.com to get a free IT evaluation and see how we can support your IT everything.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
From Festus to Freeburg, 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Next question. It's a legitimate question.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question. on The Annie Fry Show.
All right. How's it going? Am I doing okay, guys? Everything fine?
Is that the first question?
Yes. Grade my first time ever performance on the board. Ethan, you go first because you're the one who's teaching me.
Pretty good. You're taking in the information relatively quickly. It's honestly kind of discouraging me because, I went through college for this, and you've picked up what I learned in 2 years.
I went to college for communications.
Okay, that's good. That helps.
Not for this, though. Not for this specific thing.
What? I didn't go to college for what I normally do in my day job.
What did you go to college for?
Mass communications, TV, radio.
Oh, okay. Well, you're sort of.
I can make a video package.
Oh, okay. That makes you feel a little better.
Great.
I'm going to be honest. Don't know that I needed to go to college for this.
Nobody did.
What do you need to go to college for? There's another question.
Ooh. To become
medical,
practiced in medicine or engineering.
Law.
Law would be a good one, although some of the law stuff needs to change the way they do that because it's a lot of bias in that industry too.
Yeah, but you need to understand. You'd need to be educated to be a lawyer.
Gender studies.
Shut up.
Okay.
You have to keep talking.
You can show her by actually shutting up.
Yeah, I know. I can't make your microphone be on and you speak. That doesn't work that way. I could turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know this game. I do this game. What else do you need college for?
What about did we say education? Like being a teacher?
They
or
overdo it.
Or education administration?
You do need to go.
Some, but they overdo it.
It doesn't need to be what it is.
As somebody who's married to a teacher, as you are too, there are certain certifications that you're like, that's okay. But other times you're like, this is way too much.
How about psychology or social work?
I would consider psychology to fit in the medical.
Okay.
Like if you're dealing with other people's emotions, there needs to be a process for that too.
Tech, maybe computer stuff.
I feel like that's almost
you could do trade school for some of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then we're into a whole different category.
Probably economics. Certain sort of finance, that type of thing.
If you want to be in economics as an economist, yes. If you're going to be in financial planning, you can learn that from financial planners. So it depends on what you wanted to do with that degree.
You mean just like an internship or just
Ender
shadowing?
says,
yeah.
Ender says basically STEM fields. So probably
science, technology, and engineering and math. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, medical obviously probably fits in there,
Right.
but there's a whole heck of a lot of people who have college degrees who don't need them.
I'm one of them.
I could be. I feel I value my college education. I went to SIUE. I felt like those 4 years weren't a waste of time, but
especially with that sweet bowling alley they have.
It's sweet. It is a nice bowling alley. The other thing about our industry is it's so tech-based that a lot of the things that I learned in school, editing, audio editing, any use of any kind of technology, video production, like nothing that I used is current. A lot of the stuff you can just use AI to do now.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, it's super sad. Next question, Ryan.
Okay, what is harder, teaching someone how to run the board or learning how to run the board?
Ethan?
Probably, I will say this. It depends on the student.
On the pupil?
It depends on the student because
and the tutelage.
There have been certain people that I have.
Ryan, what's your favorite word?
Blow dart.
I don't want to know the definition of that. But I would say it depends on the student because some people are able to take in the information and the moving parts a lot better than others. I have taught the board or tried to teach the board to people that it has not gone well. So I would say in this situation, it's probably been easier to teach than it has been to learn teaching you.
You guys also know that when I'm in my normal spot in here that I am also doing a lot of things.
Are you?
Guess not.
You say you are because you are.
I was going to say, this ganging up on me stuff sucks.
It's fun.
You don't do all the... When you host, you don't do all the things that I do you? Do you play videos and stuff like that?
I can't do all that stuff. I try. I used to run the board when I was on the Dave Clever Show, and I was just bad at it. I couldn't participate in the conversation while also doing that.
So what day is that where we're going to have you run the board?
Never.
Ooh,
I've already done it. I've already proved that I can't do it.
Joe says Andy texts a lot on breaks. I do. I get a lot of messages, and I am sending things, and probably 10% of them aren't about who's picking up what kids wear. Some of them are very important to the show. You never know, so I have to always check.
I got one.
Next question.
From the chat here, Ender commenting based off of a conversation that we had earlier based off our Olive Garden breadstick eating.
Olive Garky.
Olive Garky is what he says. Along
Which
the
is what I'm gonna
lines
call it
of
forever and ever, amen.
Olive Garky
It is
breadsticks,
good.
how many baskets of fries from Red Robin can you eat?
I know the answer to this question.
Can I interject here and just say that the number one thing I've done in my adult life to try to be healthier is just mentally put myself in an understanding of what a healthy amount of food is. And to understand when I'm eating food that's not healthy, that I can recognize it as being unhealthy and eat it and just tell myself I'm just making a choice here.
Ooh.
Everything is just choices.
Get it, you're better than us.
No, that's not it. I'm actually probably way worse than you, and I've had to work very hard after having 4 kids to try to make my body be healthy and as fit as I can, and I still have a lot of work to do. But do you look at food, like if you hear all you can eat, or what do they say now? All you care to enjoy.
All you care to eat.
All you care to enjoy. Is there any part of you when you're, for men, is it always a challenge?
No. Here's what I would say to this. At this point in my life, this is excluding holidays. Holidays, different game on at holidays.
Is it a challenge or is it just part of your
celebration? No, it's just like, oh my gosh, I just want to. Thanksgiving, I look at the food, I'm just like, it's once a year. I'm going to make myself miserable. That is literally my mindset at Thanksgiving. But as far as just a typical, like, okay, I'm going out to eat, or I'm at a wedding or something like that, I'm thinking, like, I just want to be content. That way, dessert comes later, and I'm not, like, having to have this conversation in my mind of, do I want to make myself feel even worse but get dessert? Mm-hmm. Or do I want to enjoy dessert?
Yeah.
And I would say with restaurants, it's, okay, like, I could keep going and finish this and really be stuffed and feel like crap, or I could take it home and have lunch tomorrow.
And you're okay with that now?
Totally.
Has that been a shift that you've had to have in your mentality, though?
A little.
Have you had to grow up a little bit in that?
A little bit. I think naturally you can get away with that when you're younger, especially when you're in high school, maybe college, because you're burning so many calories, playing sports and just running around. And that's not the case when you work a 9 to 5.
Just running around with your friends, tossing a football and laughing.
Yeah.
Are you
giggling?
How many baskets of French fries are you eating at Red Robin? Are they unlimited?
Mm-hmm.
They are unlimited.
Nobody's answered this question.
I know.
Yet.
How many?
I could, with a burger, I could for sure do 1, maybe push an entire 2 if I'm really determined.
Ryan?
2. It's 2. Yeah, I've tried.
Do you eat the second just because you're entitled to it?
Yes.
I would have. I don't know I do that now, but that's why I tried to get 2.
They also have good fries.
Yeah, they are pretty
Are
good.
they steak fries?
Yes.
Does anybody ever put vinegar on fries like I do?
What?
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Communist.
No, it's not communist. You think they do that in Russia? You think they do that in Cuba? Well, Russia's not really communist anymore, but
you don't know. You don't know if they've done that or not.
That's why I was asking. That was my next Ask Me Anything question.
Really?
Do you think that they put vinegar on fries in Russia?
Oh, my gosh. We're going to take a quick break. More your Ask Us Anything questions when we come back. Very excited to be with you this afternoon on Friday afternoon. The show is still on the air. I'm pretty proud of that. Thank you, Ethan, for helping me get a solid 6 out of, what did you say I was doing? 20?
20. I said 20.
6 out of 20?
Yeah.
That factors down to a 30%.
You should take that as a compliment.
Why?
Because it's pretty high for me.
For you?
For me, for you.
6 on a curve for me is what, a C+?
Yeah.
Go to break.
Go to break. We'll be right back.
Join us October 23rd at Lit Cigar Lounge and celebrate 25 years with drinks from Lore Wine and Spirits, Old Dominic Distillery, and Rayburn Wines, plus live music by Pretty Weeds and food from Napoli Bros. Reservations at 971talk.com. Presented by Rhino Shield and U.S. Men's Medical Center.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was one hell of a man. Because of Tim, together we built the largest injury firm in the world, and our clients are treated the way I would want my family to be treated. At Morgan & Morgan, nobody is a nobody and everybody is a somebody. If you need our help, visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer. See you soon, Tim. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is your chance to win a free basic handgun skills class from the Range St. Louis West. Mark Cox here, 14803 Manchester Road in Baldwin is where the range sits, and you got to go. This is ideal for beginners, expert instruction. They have it available in a women-only class if you're more comfortable. Normally the class is $135. You can win right now, therangestl.com/971. Again, therangestl.com/971.
Is your car still under warranty? No, not anymore. My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. New brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs, Ox gets it fixed, free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-234-0633. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-234-0633. 800-234-0633. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
Setting goals for your retirement is one thing, but knowing how to achieve those goals is another.
What are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? What's retirement look like for you? Because everybody, that picture is different.
For tips on building a better nest egg, listen to the All Financial Hour with Steve All, Saturday mornings at 6, here on 97.1 FM Talk.
You can also visit yourmoneymattersstl.com for more details.
MLB's postseason is down to 4 teams. Now, the moment these players have been dreaming of their whole life is within reach, where one play changes everything.
Oh my word, what a play. Can't do it any better than that.
That's baseball at its finest. October hits different. Postseason 2025. Baseball is something else. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Do you like scary things, yes or no? That's the YouTube live chat poll today. It's a very simple question. You just go to YouTube, you type in Eddie Fry, you find today's date, and you vote yes or no. And then we've been looking at comments like crazy today. Thanks for
It's actually pretty close.
your participation. Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I peeked.
You can tip the scale one way
Excuse
or
me?
the other. Not you.
Did you hear how he talks to me, Ethan?
You, the listener,
What? Don't talk about them that way.
can tip the scale one way or the other.
Ryan.
By simply eating 2 or more baskets of fries at Red Robin. Do you like scary things? Yes or no? Let us know. 250. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Live, local, and conservative. It's the Annie Fry Show. 97.1 FM Talk.
We were just talking on the break. In my family, we have nothing scheduled, nothing hard scheduled for this weekend at all. That's just outrageous. And Ryan, you said you too?
Yeah, we had a soccer game that got canceled for weather, and now we don't have anything. I guess we do actually. We have to go to my grandma's house and go through some of her things, which is not.
But that's on your schedule. That's on your
but
time.
it's not. Yeah, it's not like a hard time that we have to do that. But yeah, it's fantastic looking at the schedule and seeing nothing in it.
Oh, Ethan, do you know what that's like? Do you have that burden yet in your life where, like, do you have free time?
Not very much. No.
Do you and your wife get to have time? Do your schedules match up?
Better now. She is an EMT, so she works in an ambulance, and she was working. Her previous shift was 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. 3 nights a week.
That's tough.
It was tough.
And not in the way the kids say it these days.
No, not to UFF. And it was so I didn't get to see her very much. That was challenging because it was the exact opposite of my schedule. The only time I'd see her was when she was sleeping in the morning.
Did you ever have? Jared and I had that. He managed. Who was a manager at Walgreens.
Walgreens, I remember you telling us.
Collinsville, down on 157, down by your house. But I would get home. We wouldn't even. I think we had to take our kids. Maybe Charlie just had Charlie at the time, and he was a baby. But he would go to my in-laws, and he'd get dropped off by Jared, and I'd go pick him up. And we didn't see each other. There was a while, months, where we would be lucky to see each other one day a week.
Yeah, we did that for 3 months.
That's hard.
And now she's on a normal schedule, so I actually get to see her every day, which is refreshing.
Did you do that ever? Did you guys ever have that, Ryan?
No, I don't think so. We dated when we were far apart for a while. That was tough, but no.
Did you have another question you want to ask before we?
Yeah, it's from a listener.
Yeah.
This is from Bobo. He says, "What is the dumbest way you've ever injured yourself?"
Oh,
I think I know yours.
I don't. What is it?
Is when you were on the bleachers.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got these new shoes, and they were like kind of, tennis shoes these days have heavy platforms on them.
Tennis shoes these days. Don't get me started.
Do you want to shut?
That was pretty good.
Do you want to shut?
He got you. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but you're like, you set me up for this, and then you're smacking me down the bleachers with it. Get off of me! Come on.
Pretty good.
I got a new pair of tennis shoes, and they're heavy on the bottom. Like I have some Air Force Ones on right now. I really like these shoes.
Yeah, I dig them. They look good.
But I had to get used to walking in them, obviously. It was a little bit of a, I would say, crash course.
Ooh.
And I went to walk down some bleachers. And I lifted my foot like one does to go down bleachers, but I didn't lift it up high enough. The platform was longer than I was comfortable with. And like a tornado, twisted turn. I mean, I think there were only 3 rows of bleachers, but it felt like the cartoons where you clank down the stairs for 10 flights.
Mm-hmm.
And I just landed we were at East St. Louis baseball field. My son's maybe first or second game. I think it was my first time watching my son play. He was an 8th grader who got asked to play on the high school summer team. And that's Charlie's mom. Clank, clank, and then I landed in the row of chairs, bag chairs. I was like, hi.
I bet he felt worse for himself than he did for you.
Oh, he should have. I felt way worse for him than I did for me. And I hurt myself. I hurt my wrist for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I broke my phone. I hurt my ego real bad. I never met these people. And I crashed and burned. You got one real quick?
The hardest thing is that she was wearing platform shoes because she was doing a little.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They looked a little bit. They looked a little bit like the Tequila Pee Wee Herman shoes.
Oh, there goes Annie again.
I was
Don't
really
play
just
tequila.
trying to do my dance. I thought that my son, he needs people to know me. What can I do to be?
Look at me!
How can I be seen?
Yeah,
exactly.
Listen to my show noon to 3.
No, I didn't say that. Did you have you injured yourself?
It was. I was playing dodgeball at a kid's sport, and I went all in for no reason against other parents, and fell flat on my face throwing a ball, and every single person in that gymnasium saw it, and there was no way to recover well. There was no way to recover well. I was on my face because I had gone too hard at dodgeball as an adult.
You want to get us the YouTube live chat poll results? Are you ready?
208 votes. Do you like scary things? Annie, you were right. This is
closer than I expected.
Closer than I expected as well.
You said you do.
Correct.
Ryan, you do.
Yeah, kinda.
I do not.
I don't really, but I kinda do.
59% say they do not. 41% say they do.
I'm surprised that 40+%, did you say 41? 40% of our audience actually is up for the scary. Well, it's your time. And if you are like me and my family or Ryan and his family, maybe you'll do some scary things this weekend if you got some free time. Stay safe in the weather. Keep it right here. The Mark Reardon Show's next.
America, sweetheart.
Now's the time to get brand new windows installed in your house before the cold weather hits. Mark Cox here, and of course I am recommending my friends at Window World. 314-993-1800. Simply the best for less, and there's a good reason for that. They give you a lifetime warranty with their windows. You can't beat that. Glass breakage, labor, parts, all covered for the lifetime of your windows, and they are beautiful. I'm a satisfied